Starts, but then later there's running and screaming.
G'day everyone, Matt over here.
Sorry, is that me? That's me.
The brick boards here. At least I know the sound's working.
Why is Wally flat on his back? What are you doing?
Went a bit Wally.
Guys, I'm so lucky that I have you, because if I didn't, I would be pregnant by the end of the night and having fake parties who all rob me of my VIP points.
Yeah, I suppose skeletons really not going to cost you an arm and a leg, are they?
To the Leicester Square store, and they had 3 people stood around feeling bags for the whole time I was there. What are you doing?
I was terrible at feeling those bags. I just can't.
I was. I was. I had security in Sainsbury's. Was it Sainsbury's? Morrison, all looking at me. And Tom said to me, I think we're being watched. I said, I'm not bothered. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm feeling bags.
But I haven't got a Woody. That sounds dodgy. I haven't got a Woody minifigure.
There's 2 now! It doesn't matter!
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are, and welcome along to Stanley Bricks livestream number, 36 extra hand. So hope that everyone is going well, and been I don't know, it just feels like the week's gone really quickly, and here we are again. So usual sort of thing, gonna have a few people in joining me. I think I've been going through and giving a shout out to the chat and hi to R Mac Bricks or something like that. Welcome along. I think that's the first time I've seen you in. I hope that you're going well. And I saw Bricky Ty in earlier. It's great to see you. Hope that you're going well. And Brett's Builds, hello to you as well. And I think KO as well, King Oldendorf. Good to see you as well. And I actually got to meet a couple of weeks ago at the Steam Festival, which was really cool. We actually started seeing some people. And I think the usual sort of social media things, share, like, subscribe. Everyone here generally has social media, also like Instagram and things as well. So be sure to check us out there. Details of people's YouTube channels at least should be below. I think maybe some Instagram as well. And shout out to the replay gang as well. Brian's Bricks, always appreciate you watching it back. And also, funnily enough, Trevor as well. So if you do happen to be watching this back, and you put a comment, I'll give you a shout out in the next episode. So that's been really cool to see that we actually have quite a strong replay gang in there. And I think, usual sort of thing. If you want to support the channel, there's an option for super chat and all that sort of stuff. Appreciate that. Got a poll going, and the question is this evening about Bricklink. Just sort of asking there if when you make a Bricklink order and if it comes up short, what do you do? Do you get in contact with them? You don't worry about it because it's a couple of P and it's not worth the aggravation, or you don't even know what Bricklink is and would just be moving right along. And I think we've done most of that now. Just go across to give the sponsor just a quick little plug because they help pay for a few things.
This video is brought to you by McCatsim Holiday Homes in Margate and Broadstairs. Great for a week's holiday or a weekend escape, being just over an hour east of London, UK. Treat yourself to amazing sunsets, a Lego wall, or great food. Visit www.mccatsim.com and mention this YouTube video and we'll look after you.
And I think we'll try something different this week. So we've got everybody in all at once. So I'll just quickly go over here and say hello to everyone. Just so we're starting to get a bit long and people are taking a while to get in. So we've got One Brick Stud. How are you going this evening?
Yeah, not too bad, Joe. I forgot that we're all going to be coming at the same time there. Completely forgot, caught me off guard there. But yeah, not too bad. All good. Really busy week though. I'm just yeah, just really busy. Uni work, and things around the house. It's just knocked me for 6. But it's nice now we've got over the worst and just like, yeah, it's nice just to now just finally just chill and just build a bit of Lego, which the set today is going to be this one.
An Emperor's Throne Room. Yeah, that's a nice one.
Right.
Because,
Yeah, it was even better when it was on sale. So I took advantage of the Amazon Prime deal a week ago and got a nice discounted price. So it's been a set I've been eyeing for a while, but it's like it's one of those sets where you can just hold off for a while and just wait for it to drop down in price. And can't wait to build it and get it displayed next to my Yoda's hut, which I've got.
Yeah.
And,
the old fitting in there. Yeah, there's been some good deals, and I think unfortunately the backlog
insane.
may have grown a little bit recently. So, yeah, good, excellent. And we got that for a sec. And Brick Askew, how are you going this evening?
Good, cheers. All good. Yeah, just getting through the week. Been busy. Not quite as busy as Christmas sounds, but yeah, works. At the end of a couple of deadlines, so I've been busy on that front. And started doing some mocks, or a mock again, getting back into the swing of mocking a bit. Now that I've finally got all my parts set up. Yeah, just making something small. That's been nice.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah, we'll definitely, once we say hello to everyone, we'll have to get some more details on your sort of mocks that you're working on, because I know, I think the other day I was going back through some of your Instagram stuff, which if anyone hasn't seen it, check out some of your Instagram photos, because you've got some of your old stuff on there, or recent stuff, and there's some really good stuff, and you keep forgetting about some. It's like, oh yeah, that's right, I remember you doing that.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I've got to build myself back up.
That's cool. And we've got Trevor in. How are you going this evening, Trevor?
I'm very well, thank you. How is everybody? All well, I hope.
Yeah, definitely. And everything. So.
Yeah, I've had a busy week. I've been promoting the Hocus Pocus stop motion. In fact, today I took the whole set into work in the exclusive display case and took it into the office. So that was a bit of a talking point. So, yeah.
Oh, nice. How did they sort of react to that?
Some weren't feeling it, which is fine. You know, not everybody's into Lego. Some really thought that Lego's really come on since their day. So it kind of was a bit of an eye-opener to see all the different elements. And, oh, wow, you actually built this out of Lego. You think, yeah. So, it went really well. And promoted the video and hopefully get a few more views.
Yeah, no, definitely. If anyone hasn't seen it, definitely check it out. I think I've said in the comments there and commented before, obviously fantastic job doing it, but you kind of get to the end of it, it's like, oh, I feel like I've built that now. And that's satisfied that itch to won't need to buy that anytime soon, but no, it's brilliant there. And just seen a couple of people pop in. Cabbage Face, hope that you're going well. Saw that it looks like you've got like an 8,000 piece tank or something, which I think you're going to be doing a stream on one of the Kobe ones. That looks really interesting. And Buzzer, hope that you are going well as well. And I think TJ, I saw jump in there too, and just get to someone who we haven't seen on the stream for quite a while, and it's great to see you start to resurface recently in the comments and things like that. And then today, you're actually here. How you going?
I know. I love how the way you say that. It's like I'm just creeping out of like. Does anyone know what I'm talking about when I say, like, you know, at Christmas time when Michael Bublé like starts playing his Christmas album again, and if that GIF goes around where he's coming out the cave, I feel like that's me, but like with the Lego. But no, it's great to be back, and yeah, I'm doing good. This week's been pretty manic in a different sort of way. In that over the last like 2 days, Nova has been projectile vomiting and very ill, which is new. So if I do like dash off, like you'll know that's why. But yeah, no, other than that, it's been a short week for me with work because I'm off watching her. And yeah, I've been doing a little bit of Lego building. I managed to finish building my Hocus Pocus set, which I was very happy about. And yeah, just kind of dotting about, as you say, just poking into people's streams in the comments, just gradually teasing my way back in there. But yeah, I felt like I had to join this stream because I won't be probably joining. No, I definitely won't be joining next week because the computer will be packed away because I'm moving in a week, hopefully. So yeah, I thought this is the last chance until I'm not even sure when I can really promise people when I'll be back because I don't know when things will get unpacked. But yeah, I'll definitely be dotting about. I'll be creeping into people's comments, I'm sure. Yeah,
Brilliant. No, it's great to have you sort of back and around and everything like that. And I think, as I said at the time, it's sort of like all of a sudden my feed started popping up with all your videos, like old ones from like 5 or 6 months ago. And it's like, I know I've watched these. And then I went to your channel and it's like, oh, you just uploaded a video an hour ago. It's like
yeah, I forget that the algorithm does that. Like, I should have maybe like changed some thumbnails and maybe, made people think there was other videos out there, but no, still the same stuff. But hopefully gradually doing some more content once I've got my Lego room up and running, just like Ollie has. So we have to talk storage. We have to talk storage because I want to know what you're using for your storage.
Cool. Yeah, happy to. It's a mishmash of stuff, but yeah.
And just quickly, Trevor, KO's got a question there for you. Is that the Viking ship behind you?
Yeah, I've got this one to build. I managed to get it because I remember you saying it's retiring at the end of the year.
Yeah,
so,
and
I thought, because I actually like the Viking Village, I thought this would go really, really well with that when I eventually get that.
Yeah, loads of people have been buying it.
Yeah, see, I was going to ask, is that why you've picked that up, other than the fact it's retiring? I think they've played this so well. Like, we're about to retire a set, but we'll bring out one that'll go with it. Yeah.
Well, it almost seems like it's a poor sort of idea, because I think when there was a rumor that it was about to retire, I think, and was it Very, or somebody basically had it on half price. And you're sort of like, so let's just sort of pick that up. And I noticed recently it's been doing some good deals as well.
I think even Lego had it on a deal back in April or May, maybe June, where it was like 30% off, I think.
Yeah, I think I think you're right there.
So it's you'd think you'd do it the other way. It's sort of like if you knew that was coming, you'd have it on the shelf for like another year, because I think it was one of those ones where you sort of, I don't know, I sort of looked at it and was like on the fence about it, and then heard about the Viking Village, and it's like, actually, you know what, that's probably going to go well with that. So
maybe that's why they did it. So initially, like, they'll put it on sale to try and encourage getting rid of the stock because it's going to retire. But then they knew that when they announced the Viking Village, everyone would suddenly be up for buying it, maybe close to full price, maybe, because I think that's on our list now, and it wasn't before.
So that was going to be the other question I was going to ask you, Bonnie, because I think you've sort of commented in a few, in our chat and things like that. Like you've really been out of it in terms of like the Lego sort of thing. So like the whole last 4 or 5 months is kind of just a blind spot for you. What's it like sort of coming back into it and trying to, particularly at the end of the year when it's like, oh, that's retiring. Oh, is that?
Yeah, I think in terms of the stuff that's retiring, I think most of it wasn't a surprise because actually the list hadn't changed very much since I was last like in the loop about things. But there's certain things that I'm like, oh dang, I need money for buying like power tools and stuff for doing up the house. Like we can't stretch that for buying Lego, so it's definitely testing our like restraint a little bit with buying sets and things like that, especially knowing like some amazing stuff that's coming out next year as well. So but in terms of like I'm trying to think of something that like maybe I don't even know what it is. I'm trying to think of something I don't know, but that doesn't make any sense, or something I found out about and I was just blown away. But like even things like not knowing precisely the dates for the GWP for like the Disney one that's coming out later and stuff, like that's usually something I would know. And now I'm like chasing you guys in our private chats, being like, "What's the dates for that again? I can't remember. I don't know." So yeah.
To be fair, all of October is a bit of a blur because I think somebody added it up, and this month there's something at various times. It's like 10 different GWPs or something going on.
Yeah. Stud City's been on it. Stud City, Brick Flicker. Yeah, there's a lot of promos out there this month.
Because I think the one at the moment is at least Shop Disney, which was a weird one. Shop Disney was doing if you did I think £80 on anything, you would get their little Steamboat Willie. I don't know, has that popped up on Lego.com yet?
No.
Or is that...
I think it's the 23rd.
It's still the maze.
Yeah.
It's still the maze.
It's the maze at the moment.
Because I think at the moment, when I was on Lego.com the other day, they still had the puzzle thing. And their double VIP points ended, was it Saturday night? So I think there's a bit of a lull at the moment. Like you'll get the puzzle thing at the moment. But 23rd, I think it then kicks off with Steamboat Willie, I think in store was like the witch. That was last week for Halloween. I don't know.
This is what I'm like. I'm so in the loop. I don't know. Like usually before I would go to the Lego store, I would know exactly what I should be getting with my purchases in terms of GWPs. And actually, the last time we went, like for the first time, I was surprised when they pulled out like the little the little pirate set that you were messaging me about, Matt, asking if that was a in-store exclusive.
Yeah.
And I was like, I didn't actually know I was going to get that, and I thought it was quite a good size, and I was like, oh, that's nice. So yeah, I think we'll be keeping that. I think we'll be building that. We'll be like selling it or anything. So that was really nice to get. And then we got the maze when I ordered the bookstore online. And again, I wasn't.
You got it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
nice.
well, it's not been delivered yet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, shit.
Is it
Sorry,
in the warehouse
but
yet?
I think it goes to Aaron's account. I think he said it's dispatched, but I'm still a bit like until it's here. I'm like really worried it's gonna like get delivered when we've moved. But because they say 2 to 4 business days, and we ordered it on the Sunday, so I don't know. I had in my head it might come by the end of this week, but I don't know. Maybe there's like some
Usually
small
about
writing.
5 days, I think. It's hard to know, isn't it? Because they say it's dispatched, but loads of people say it's dispatched when they just printed the label and it's still sat in the warehouse.
And now we've also got Storm, whatever her name is, Babe. I don't know what have they called this storm. I have no idea. Now they've got this storm that might like throw off the driver deliveries and things like that across. Not literally, I hope, but like yeah. So that might cause delays as well. So we'll just have to see.
It's like, I think the one thing in London is sort of joke about, sort of like, oh, a leaf fell on the track, the trains are all screwed now. So, sort of like, there's a bit of rain up there. That's it. Forget about it.
Yeah.
But
no, it's a bit of a different story up here. I think actually I read an article somewhere in East Scotland that they've like evacuated people out their houses, like in advance of like the weather hitting.
Oh wow.
Like I have no idea.
Yeah, I thought that was something. Yes, something crazy like that. And I think it was that like a week ago. It was like they were getting evacuated, and because I think that was when we were at Steam. They were getting evacuated, and Swindon, or we were having like the hottest days in the south or something like that.
Yeah, we were in shorts and t-shirt that day. I seem to remember.
No one likes that show off. Whereas like there's people up here literally out in their kayaks, because that's what we do in Scotland. Like that is totally normal. Like I remember the last time, I don't know if it was Beast from the East or something, but like there's certain areas in certain cities in Scotland flood really badly, which is silly because you'd think they would fix them, but they don't. So for example, there's like I don't know if anyone's ever been to Stirling, but in the city centre, like I don't know if it's marble or whatever it is, but it's they've basically floored the city centre in this very what's the word?
Grippy.
Water will not get through. What's the word I'm looking for?
Permeable?
Yes.
Like a dam.
Like totally impermeable surface, and it means when it floods, it just basically fills like a little bowl of water. So I remember just like pictures then getting released of everyone, because there's a kayaking club at that uni, because I used to be in it, and there was just people out in the kayaks in the city centre, just like paddling past waterstones, like all this kind of thing. And then that happened again down the road from me, because there's a garden centre down the road that their car park floods really bad, and there was a car totally submersed. But don't worry, the person was very smart, and they thought to open their boot to let the water out. And there was someone kayaking over that, and I'm like, what? Just silly. Like still people out in their like scuba diving like gear or something. I don't know, but yeah, that's what to expect up here.
Yeah. I think Briggy Tie, UWT definitely sold out in the UK. I heard it was. Yeah, I think somebody even commented that Leicester Square, which generally I've always found like everywhere else can be sold out, and they'll have like a bunch behind the counter, but apparently even they said that was long gone. So that's, if you do happen to come across one, that's probably just nab it if you want it. So I think we just quickly go around, see what people might be building. I think One Brick Stud, we've covered you with the throne room. Ollie, did you say that you might be doing a mock? Or
I am not doing a mock on stream. I haven't got anything to... Oh, actually, yes I do. I'm building, hopefully this doesn't all fall everywhere, but I am building, or rebuilding, pirate or power through the bay.
My
Nice.
sister's favourite set, that is.
Is it?
Yeah, it's got displayed proudly in her front room. Vacuums
that's
it every
awesome.
week.
I'm going to set it up with the ship, I think, this time, because last time I had the whole thing. But yeah, I'm going to set up the boat or ship.
No. Yeah, do the on Sunday, and we'll be doing it this Sunday. Do like a stream with the kids, and we started building that literally 2 years ago, and sort of hadn't touched it because we're only building on stream. And then my little one last summer was like, "Can we like stream so we can finish building that?" So we finally finished building that one. So, and then I was about to take it apart or something like that. It's like, no, I want to keep it, and it's just like, because that's like the first thing we've ever built on that stream. So.
It's a big one to go for to start with.
Yeah, it's because what is it? It's like 3,000 pieces or something.
Yes, I don't know.
That's what I always find a little bit irritating about the UK by packaging is that it doesn't actually have the piece count on it.
Yeah, it would be nice if it did.
And occasionally you do get them with like piece counts on, but it always seems a bit strange. There's a bit of stock kicking around from somewhere. And Simon was commenting a bit earlier, it's when they start fishing on top of the cars, it's silly. Yeah. And with that, Bonnie, what are you sort of working on or taking apart?
Yeah, so I should probably be taking stuff apart, but I'm not. I'm actually building the Haunted Mansion because I only just picked this up. So I've been wanting this one for a while, but I just was holding off until I wanted to make like a threshold for a GWP or for like a Disney promo. So the box was actually a bit scraped, which I've just realized like after buying it, but I was always going to build it anyway, so it doesn't really bother me too much. But it's a really nice little build, and I'm actually thinking about getting like a bunch of display cases for all the small sort of builds, like the little Disney castle and this, and I think I'll end up picking up the Agrabah Palace, even though I'm a bit disappointed like a lot of people like the branding of it and lack of minifig. But it's quite a nice, cute little build. It's a good one for a stream, I think. Nothing too big. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean that one's retiring pretty soon too. So
yeah,
it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, as you mentioned, the Agrabah one, when they do the one after that, how they brand it and where it sits, and if they put a minifig with it or what happens with that. Because I think I was a bit the same for that, and it's like. It's under the princess's line, which would mean it's kind of a mini doll if it did have one.
So, don't understand it. It seems like it's the same sort of scale they were going for with like the mini castle and the Haunted Mansion. So I really don't get what.
It's a real shame because I'm tempted by the Haunted Mansion, but not by Agrabah, just because. Yeah, I mean, because there is no figure.
Yeah. But anyway, and moving on to Trevor, what are we looking at sort of building this evening?
I thought I'd take a break from stop motion. I'm currently working on a new project for Christmas, so watch this space, folks. I'm going to build a speed champion.
Oh, nice.
Nissan GTR.
Yeah, that's
cool. So I've had this for a while. Tom's never got around to building it. I asked his permission, and he doesn't mind.
I was going to say, is it a matter of quick in the head? Well, you didn't build it.
I can build it for him. He can put it. He's got a whole collection in his bedroom, so we can just add it to it. I'm only helping out, obviously. You know what Dad wouldn't.
Brilliant, excellent. That so that ought to keep you going for about the next 10 minutes.
It's nice to actually build rather than put a brick down. Let's set up the frame. Let's put another brick down. Let's set up another frame.
I still don't know how you can do that. Like, and then it's sort of like, oh yeah, no, I've started the next one. And it's just like, I'd be brain dead after like that. It's just like, no, let's not do it for another month. Let's have a breather.
Yeah, no, I've started that last week, the Christmas one. Hopefully, fingers crossed. But probably be a bit of a shorter one, but we'll see. We'll see.
You're doing the lodge, aren't you? Is that right?
Yeah, the Alpine Lodge. Yeah.
Nice.
Trying to bring that to life for Christmas. So let's see.
Have you built it already? Then do you rebuild it, or are you building it?
Like, no, I always build it from scratch as stop motion. Yeah, I'd never build it. I go through the instructions and work out
like I want to build the base first, so everything just builds upon the base. Or I'll have different techniques and different ways of building, and notes on camera angles and different things, and then I'll start building.
Fair.
So I study in my lunch hours. I studied all the instructions and know what I want to do in
nice.
what camera angle. So.
Your instruction manuals could be interesting then if you got like little notes and stuff. I'm imagining.
Good job I don't sell my sets on.
And then Bricky Ty, awesome speed champion set. Was most impressed with it. Yeah, the speed champions, I like just building them just for seeing the new funky techniques and occasionally the new pieces and things, because you've got such a tight space and they really, it's amazing sometimes, to get a certain angle that they're sort of building it from like 3 bricks back with the way that they've got different connections and things.
Yeah, they are awesome builds, like you say. The techniques. I'm looking forward to next year's range coming out.
Yeah.
Has it been leaked what they are already?
There's been some leaks, yeah.
Has it?
Has it?
Yeah. I couldn't tell you what's been leaked. I know there was somebody mentioned about Speed Champions next year.
Yeah, I seem to remember seeing something rather, but I couldn't remember what it was.
Yeah,
I remember you get a billion leaks a week.
yeah.
It's sort of like there's only so many brick clicker videos I can watch a week. So it's kind of funny because he's usually relatively spot on these days. I remember about 3 or 4 years ago when the leaks were, you took with a massive grain of salt because it's like, I'm not sure that one. And then, it turned out it was false or didn't come to pass or something like that. So
it's that other source. It's that other guy who's that's the one you got to keep an eye on. It's the one who I can't remember his name. He appears on ACOB now and then, and I think he was on last week's episode as well. I think he's like become the number one person for leaks and so on.
Okay then.
Yeah, I can't remember his name, but yeah, like, he appears on ACOB and he
14.
Yeah.
40. That's it. Yeah, that's right, TJ. Yeah, and he drops a lot of nuggets, and he dropped a couple of nuggets there and then on the show. I don't think he put on Instagram where there's, there's like, it's looking likely that there's going to be Mario minifigures coming soon.
Finally. I mean, that was, I think we commented or may have commented. The funny thing with Animal Crossing is that it's obviously minifigs, but then it uses a lot of the Mario sort of like bases, the plates which have got the rounded edges. So it's kind of like almost like a backhand in the face sort of thing. It's like, not only do we get minifigs, we're just going to use your development funds from your bases. It was that Falcon 414 that was put up there. I'm just trying to remember. I think it was a month or two ago. Was it one of the fan medias were basically like, all these bad leakers and things, and they mentioned like a couple of them by name, and it was like that's how I found out about this guy, because I obviously knew about Bricklicker but didn't have any idea about this one. And it's like, or was it? No, I don't think it was. Or was it a land post or something? Anyhow, there's sort of like you actually mentioning them by name means that you're just spreading them faster. Like,
yeah, you're helping them out, aren't you, at that point?
And then I think Simon was saying, was it a Williams F1 double pack? Is that the Speed Champions one? And KO TJ, do you know what the November GWP is? No idea. The leaks haven't dropped yet. Yeah, it's just like, can we get through this month? I suppose you got Avengers Tower, which is probably a Black Friday one.
Yeah, apparently there's a GWP with that as well, I think.
Wait, reminds me, when is Avengers Tower coming out?
November. Friday is.
Is it? Oh my god, I had it in my head for some reason that was next year. Ah, crap.
14th, is it? 14th of November?
Is that when it is? Yeah.
Or maybe it's the week before. But...
Definitely mid-November.
There's so many minifigs in that. Oh my god! Like,
sorry to disappoint you, but there's only 29 minifigs.
Still a lot. That's still a lot. I know there was like a number like in the 30s floating around, and you corrected them, being like, "Well, actually,
you got like the Ant-Man, the nano figure, micro figure, something like that, and then like some sort of droid. I don't know, robot. Maybe we can use the term droid.
Oh yeah, what's it called again? It's actually got a name that's like, I think Tony Stark calls it.
Or something.
Yeah, I thought it was going on.
Yeah.
Like,
Can you really class Ant-Man as a figure?
No. Lego marketing, dude.
24th of November. That's it.
Yeah, there's no way that's going to get an offer on it if it comes out right before Black Friday, though. Like, there's no way.
No, I can't see even when it gets released, it's going to fall on double points either. They don't normally do that, do they? Do they normally release a new set during double points?
No, it's usually the week after. Usually, because they catch that. Unless it's something like January when they'll have all the new sets. Obviously, January 1st and double VIP is usually like 3 weeks later, or But it's like when they did the 1989 Batmobile, which was I think that was like a Black Friday or pre-Black Friday. It was really close, and they had a specific little Batmobile GWP with that, and that was awesome. That one. So, and I mean, you'd think with something which is £500, maybe. Although, I mean, you did have Rivendell, which they did with the couple of standard brickheads. So
I hope they've learned from that though, because that didn't fly, did it? It wasn't even the good set of brickheads.
No. But then again, you had the Venator with the cloth, which they couldn't be bothered to put on the actual figures themselves. And it was interesting because they had the like last week or the week before, they had their fan media day in Billund, so they've had a lot of upcoming releases and things, and then interviews and things. So there's two main things which came out of that. One was, I think they did a interview with some of the Star Wars guys about those cloth and things like that, and I think it got picked up on Brick Fanatics, and it was very much, well, we can't do the cloth because one, it'd be too difficult for people to put together, and it's sort of like, considering a lot of these sets have got Technic bases and frames, what are you talking about? And then, we need to keep the clones all consistent, and it's like, well, the helmets, some have the holes in it, some don't. Some have printed arms, some don't. Like it was almost just like you're just making stuff up for the sake of it.
And they started out with the cloth waistcoat, so if consistency was a concern, they wouldn't have stopped, right?
Well, I think the same consistency since the new ramp up of clones, which is sort of from 501st onwards, which is like 2020 or 2021, because they had a bit of a lull while they did the sequels, Lego sets and Rebels, and then now, because there was a period when there wasn't really many clones at all, and then the 501st really brought it back, and then the tank and all the rest of it, and then the little blister pack. So
there's also, because I saw on an M&R video the other day, because apparently Lego had said you can't sit the figures down with the waistcoats on, but you can. If it's fine. No.
It's like, well, okay, so we'll just take them off. So if you're applying that logic, how do you do, like Harry Potter have a lot of the ones with like the dresses and the square pieces or whatever, or the triangle, like, okay, so how do you sit those down?
They need to provide the printed curved slopes like they did with Rivendell.
Some of my favorite minifigures have got dress pieces. It's just the printing just stands out.
I got my first Dumbledore this week rather. Talking of dress pieces, thought of you, Chris. I don't know if it was it, but yeah, the purple one. I don't know which set it's from.
That's from the Clock Tower, your ball set.
I like that purple.
Yeah, he's cool.
Yeah,
nice colour.
Yeah.
I wonder how many Dumbledores there are. I feel like there's probably quite a few.
There are quite a few. There are loads.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's loads.
That was a wise purchase, Molly.
Thank you.
I mean, that would be funny. I was just thinking what Simon said there. If you're Avengers Tower, £500, and your GWP is a wasp nanofig, that would be.
Are you going to get the Avengers Tower, Trev?
Tom
Started
really
shitty.
loves it. Tom really loves it. Yeah, he's pulling at my heartstrings. He says, "I'm not really interested in a lot of sets, but I like that." I like the Orient Express. I do like that, but I'm unsure of it, and I've got to pull the trigger on all my insider points because I've been saving them, and I think at Christmas time, my mum normally asks, "What would you like for Christmas?" I'm thinking that would be an ideal opportunity and a good period to pull the trigger on all my points, get some money for my birthday, different things like that, to buy a large set, that I wouldn't normally buy throughout the year. It's an ideal opportunity because people ask me, Nikki's asked me what I'd like and different things. If I gathered some money together, use my insider points, just did it right, then that's a good time.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, and then also too, if you can get, if Lego do sales to clear out some stock, sometimes that's usually when, depending upon the set, you can get also discounted as well. So, because that sometimes becomes the problem. So, like, you only generally look at the Lego exclusive ones because most of the other sets you can get like good discounts from other retailers throughout the year.
Oh, you got me thinking about getting Rivendell at Christmas time now. Well,
it isn't. It's a good time because people.
Yeah, it's a good opportunity
to different things, and if you've got points to use, it is a good time to
wait for
especially get as a gift. A gift to yourself. Gift to yourself.
That's
Everybody
it.
needs a gift to themselves.
Yeah.
Treat yourself.
Food for thought there.
Treat yourself. That's what I keep telling me.
Treat yourself. You've been watching Parks and Rec.
I'm treating myself.
Because I think Nicole sent it to me once or twice, or it's popped up like Amazon Germany, Rivendell. It's great discount and everything like that. And it's like, it's still over the threshold. I'm going to pay an extra 30% in like tariffs and tax. Like, can't get it to work.
Is it sold on Amazon in Germany then, is it?
Yeah,
it was a Lego exclusive. But...
No, it seems to be like Amazon Germany. There's a few things which, because they also have the Republic fighter tank, which is generally, I think, like Target and Lego exclusive here.
Okay.
So occasionally when we've had to make up a threshold, I bought like a couple of things and it's like I've still got like an extra €40 headway. It's like I'll grab that because they're so difficult to get.
Yeah. I got lucky getting one of them. I think I got it from Lego.
Yeah, they recently had it on sale too for like £27.
Yeah, I didn't get that. I should have done. It was gone the next morning. I think I saw it like midnight.
Yeah.
And then 7 or 8 o'clock the next day it was gone.
Argos have been having some good deals recently, haven't they?
Yeah.
Third off different sets.
Well, Sainsbury's has been the one this week, hasn't it? With the tree, the Dreams tree, the
botanical
gardens.
set.
£35 for botanical garden.
Sainsbury's, you have to get so lucky. You just need to the website is crap. You need to go to your local Sainsbury's and just hope that it's one of the good ones.
Yeah.
And even then, a lot of Sainsbury's you go and they don't even really have much of a toy department, and you're like,
no, that's it. My closest one's gone Argos, so it doesn't stock much.
Yeah.
I live close to 2 Sainsbury's, and their Lego range is awful.
Yeah, ours is as well. Yeah. It's about 4 or 5 sets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll be like a Speed Champions, 2 Friends sets, and if the boxes are bigger than that, you're doing lucky. Like,
yeah.
Never have anything new either.
No.
So where are these Sainsbury's then? Where do they exist?
They're like the unicorn Sainsbury's of the UK.
I noticed Argos have started selling the Hocus Pocus set as well.
Yeah.
They've listed that. Yeah.
I was going to purchase that, but because I saw that the other day on Argos, and I'm like, I might just wait till after the Halloween season's finished, and I might get Hocus Pocus because hopefully it will drop down in price.
When did it come out? Was it
July.
July.
July? Okay.
I can assure you
Okay.
that one.
Yeah.
You would know. Yeah,
That's
because
what I
sometimes
started it.
usually if there is a Lego exclusive, sometimes it's only exclusive in like Lego for about 3 months, and then it will pop up in a secondary retailer, Argos, John Lewis, or
Smiths
Smith.
as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm always
that's it.
praying the sets that I want don't go to Smiths as an exclusive because, like, in comparison to like Argos or John Lewis and things like that, their offers are usually not great. I'm always like, John Lewis, John Lewis, John Lewis.
This week or last week, they had it. So you got like £6 off. If they had sale prices, and then £6 off if you spent £50.
But it's not like.
I don't know. It was decent. Whoa.
That's
It was. It ended up being like 30-40% off. Once you
it
put the
depends
two
what-
things into it, because it was 30% off
Yeah.
already, and then another £6 off of 50.
I'm thinking about the Bugle though, because I remember DMing you, Matt, about this and being like, right, okay, it was like what, £10-20 off if you spent over 100, or no, it was like £12. It was something like not even
12,
yeah. So it wasn't even 10%.
Yeah, it didn't
and
touch the sides on that, did it?
yeah, so I was like, and then we were trying to work out, if we just go to Smiths and spend more money and buy more stuff, maybe that'll work and getting more money off. And I'm like saying to him, well, that'll only work if it's like per 100 you get another
per 100. Yeah.
But I doubt it. I'm sure it'll just be one share over 100 that you'll get that £12 off, and that'll be it. So yeah, we didn't end up going in the end. So yeah.
Shout out to Solar Brick Builder. Great to see you around. Hope that you're going well. Always good to just try and think. Last week after we sort of popped up here and having a chat there, I think then I was streaming the next day with Nicole, Lady McBrick, on her Instagram, and mentioned that you'd popped up as well. And I think we were talking about people who used to be around that we don't see much of. So I hope that you're going well.
Oh, that's when I tuned in, Matt, and you were actually upside down for whatever reason because your phone was on charge.
Yeah, it's sideways. Yeah, it's sort of.
I thought, what's going on? It can't be me.
Yeah. So because I was having issues with my computer, so I just did it on my phone. But of course, my phone was almost dead, and it's only got the charging port on the bottom. So to be the right way up, it's sort of like sitting on it. So it's like, no, I'll put it sideways. And it was the sort of thing where I think both Fishy and I couldn't actually see Nicole in the stream. We could hear her. So it was just like a comedy of errors. It's like, I'm sideways. We can't see her. She can hear us. Like, it's just... So, but I mean, that's probably the thing Bonnie might be appreciating now, is that there's no giant lag and everything before.
Oh yeah. No, I am realizing. Why did I not pick up on that? It used to be your thing to glitch. I had like this whole thing for you, like specifically for that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait, why is that? You'll have to fill me in. Like, did you get no internet provider or something, or is this?
No, I just do this off my iPad now, so that's why you just see this finger every once in a while, because I'm just scrolling there. I've still got a crappy computer that can't do anything, so it's
fair.
what happened there. And what was,
it does the job.
It does it well. Like I really noticed this, like before, like sort of hosting the stream just became that much more painful, because you're sort of like trying to anticipate when somebody's going to stop talking, and then you jump in, and then 5 seconds later you figure out that no. Anyhow, whatever. It's
like I'm streaming now on my iPhone. I always find I'm great for streaming. I do.
And I mean, I've found that the cameras on it are quite good, because even when you go on that, like, there's fair clarity and everything there.
Yeah. And that's the front-facing camera as well, not the camera I use for doing my video.
Where is it?
Yeah, and that's the same which I'm doing on this iPad too. So, and yeah, Tech just saying hello to Solo there. I'll just catch up here. Bricky T saying hello to Solo, and Thomas, and yeah, hope that the Tech you're managing to get some sleep or work or things like that, and everything's going well with. I'm guessing it's probably a 2-week-old now. And I think Is Brick Askew and you asking if Tech's buying it, all of them. It's almost like, was it in the chat or somewhere? It's sort of like, oh, if you see one, yeah, just give me like 2 of them. Like,
Yeah, I've been tempted to ask if anyone sees one to get me one, but it's one of them ones where it's like, oh, I should probably save my money.
yeah. And then Tech, I haven't almost got that Sun for 50 though. Very tempting with those sharks.
The sub. There's a submarine on offer as well.
Okay. All right. Must have missed that one. And on Baby Judy makes a lot of sense. And thank you. All is coming along nicely, especially the bags under my eyes. Well, I did say beforehand, if there's one thing you're going to do, get lots of sleep before, because you're never going to get good sleep for a couple of years. But no, that's great to hear. And cool, yeah. Just trying to think. Yeah, because I haven't quite got to it. But so anyhow, I'm doing. Where are we at?
That set's on my radar.
Oh,
This one,
love that.
because this was again
I'll
it was on sale, and then yeah, with Smiths that extra £12 or whatever. Then by the time I got something else, it made it even cheaper or whatever. So I think it might have been one of the Speed Champions which went along with it, because the Speed Champions was also on sale. So I think that was like 37. The Speed Champions was like 13.
I'm quite glad I didn't see the Young Jedi set was like 14 quid or something in there. Just didn't. Yeah, well, it was 24 instead of 38 or whatever ridiculous price it is to start with, but it didn't have like the 30% off marker or anything like that. So I missed out getting that.
Missed that. Because yeah, those Young Jedi ones, I think they're ridiculously overpriced even for Star Wars.
Yeah.
Not
for aren't they? Because it's just massive prints in it.
Yeah.
And
I don't know, they just seem to be able to charge mad prices.
Yeah. And then TJ, keep forgetting about the Sonic set song. Is something. Yeah, this one in particular, I wanted to get it for the
Robotnik.
The Robotnik. Because years ago when I did my own little Sonic one, I was looking at that and just sort of how to do it and things, and just never quite got around to it. And then at some stage too, I've been mocking together a Sonic, and I've now got all the right colors and everything for that. So it'd be interesting to have them like side by side.
I mean, the Dr. Robotnik could be minifigure of the year. Could be.
Is that good?
Yeah.
It's big.
Gotta open the next bag. It's in it. So yeah. Let's see now. The way which I build on these streams, if I'm lucky, I'll get to it by the end of the night. And I did see earlier, which you didn't come back to. I think I flashed it up on screen, but we're talking about the Wasp, and I think probably to rub it into something like Tech or something. And I take the Wasps, and then I figure over some patches as a GWP. So,
yeah, it's probably fair.
Love the Sonic sets, but need to stop buying a set for the minifig. Yeah, I think the thing with Sonic is this is the first time I've actually seen some decent discounts on it.
Talking of minifigures, came across the news this week that I got the big Hogwarts Express, and my favorite minifigure is coming out in like a £5 magazine next year.
Which one's that?
I mean, Lego up yours. I mean, come on. It's
just imagine if you're a Star Wars fan and you only got like 1.5 minifigs in that Hogwarts Express.
Who's that? Is that Lupin?
That's Lupin. Beautiful printing throughout. Waste printing, the lot. £5 magazine.
That's good value, that is.
But
these magazines are awesome.
In all due respect, there is the Star Wars set, the Fang Fighter, and in that set there is a Mandalorian. It's got like it's just called Mandalorian. I think it's got like it's got a blue helmet.
Yeah, it's like the Mandalorian Commander or something, is it?
Yeah, something like that. And I wasn't particularly interested in the set, but I really wanted that minifigure. And that also is coming out in a £5 magazine. So thank you, Lego.
The worst
Yeah, they
luck,
are good for
man.
that, though, aren't they? They've had some awesome figures coming out. Stormtroopers, only got a couple of them.
Yeah.
I was so tempted to go and buy a bunch of them.
Yeah.
Had the
The blue milk one.
Oh, did they?
Did they?
Yeah.
I got a C-3PO.
Yeah,
had a Joker.
Annoyed a lot of Americans. I think it was about a year ago or something like that. I mean,
Is that
Tech
when the
probably
game? Because the game came out, didn't it? With that.
Yeah, the game
blue
came
milk
out and it
crate,
was only
right?
exclusive if you pre-ordered.
Yeah.
And then, like a month later, it came out in a UK magazine.
It's not one of those magazines with the foil pack. It's one of those magazines that's got like it's got like it's like a circular plastic front to it.
Oh, like the books.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not a book. It's like it's one of
It's
them.
like the dictionary, Lego dictionary.
Like a little annual one. 'Cause I sometimes get Thomas there at Christmas time. Yeah.
Yeah, because I see occasionally, from time to time, particularly around Christmas, those will on Amazon go on discounts, like almost half price or something.
Is it the Works, that cheap bookshop? I think they often have them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
I saw
Yeah,
them in there actually.
That's
saw
where I
them
got
in
my
there
Rita.
last week.
That's where I got my Rita Skeeter from a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I saw a bunch of people getting it from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair to Titanium J, it's nice to get the magazines, but what you find is any of the really popular ones, if you don't get it day 1 or day 2, the magazines are gone. Not pointing any names, Tech. He'll get like 30 or 40 of them. If they're sort of like.
I do seem to get lucky where I am. I think Bournemouth and Paul are just like quiet for Lego because if it's not in one shop, which is rare, I just go to another one 5 minutes down the road and they're there. Surprisingly easy to get them around my area.
Who was the YouTuber that was in a bathtub full of 4-packs?
That was Tech.
Tech.
Yeah.
Was it Tech? Oh, it was Tech. I
Yeah.
thought it was Tech or M&R. But somebody was having a bath or something.
Yeah, no, it was Tech did it first, and then I think M&R a couple months later, obviously, did it as well. So, but yeah, I think Tech was there with the shower cap and everything. So it's quite on brand for Tech, I guess.
A lot of those 4-packs get nicked. The amount of times, like I think it was the one where we had who was in it. I can't remember who was in the but I think it might have been Bo-Katan because she appeared in one of those magazines. And when you went to Sainsbury's to pick up your magazine, you see a lot of the magazines there, but the minifigure's been removed.
Have they got them just behind the till? Because I know Waterstones take the figs out, and especially like the annual books that we were talking about. They'll actually take them out and put them behind the till. Because I remember going into a Waterstones and they put a sign saying the minifigs are behind the till until you buy because people were stealing them.
Yeah,
Good move, that is. Yeah, didn't know they did that.
And that was one of the other things that the fan media, they were out in Billund and they're having a chat to the Marvel Series 2, the new boxes and everything like that. And they're saying it was a little bit unfortunate because the people that were actually there talking were just the packaging guys. So it was sort of like, well, they're doing the best that they can with just the packaging
Yeah,
aspect.
I saw that video. Was that Brick Fanatics, that video?
Is that the Brick Fanatics or was it, I want to say Racing Brick?
But yeah, someone was saying, that they had to work to constraints, didn't they? And there was...
And it's sort of like they felt bad for people because it's sort of like they're doing the best job that they can.
Yeah.
But the actual decision with the boxes themselves, it's out of their hands. And they're like, because the production process is so long, if they are going to make a change, it won't be until like a year or 18 months later anyhow.
At the earliest as well, right?
Yeah.
And because they were saying that management or whoever the higher ups was pushing that it was the surprise was the most important part of it. So yeah, they had to make it so you couldn't feel it or anything like that.
Yeah, but the thing it baffles me because every time, like recently this week going in Tesco, the amount that's just opened and the cartons strewn across the shelf.
Yeah.
You think,
I
why?
don't see them
Why do people do
anywhere
that?
at all in my local shops. I've only seen them
Why?
in a Lego shop. It's the only place I've actually physically seen them.
Just destroy
Yeah.
all the boxes, and obviously nobody wants to buy anything. Just to
And
rob
then it's the
pieces
sort of
out
thing.
of it.
I take issue and umbrage just going back. It's gambling for little kids. It's like it just shouldn't be done.
It really
Like,
is. You know, it really, yeah. Because people said, I saw people saying about it before on the internet, and I was like, yeah, whatever. But it really is like it's like gambling.
It's to get them to buy more. It's sort of like, because if you can go in and go, right, I want the Moon Knight figure, great, I bought that. These other ones which you haven't put as much effort or as an appealing or a D grade character, which I'm not really interested in, just aren't going to sell. But you're going to, with the mathematics of probability, you're probably going to get me getting a couple of these, maybe multiples, before I get the one that I want.
Yeah. Because I've got to admit, I've got a full set, and I've still bought a few, because there's a couple where it's like, oh, I like the body on that or whatever, I like that, like torso. So I've ended up, I did see some actually, sorry, at at Steam, and also got one off of Smith's. It's like, well, on the off chance that I do get it, I mean, I haven't. Actually, no, tell a lie, I did get one. I got 2 Agathas. But yeah, even for me, I've definitely felt that there is a gambling aspect, and it's definitely become more prominent. I didn't feel it in any of the previous CMS series.
Because you could at least go through and, you could go into the Lego store, sometimes release days, and they go, right, we've got 12 or 16 or whatever, if you want to buy them all, we've pre-felt them. Or sometimes, if they were there, it's like, which one are you after? I'm after this one. Okay, we think it's this one. Like, whatever. And Simon, I see you comment there. I'm surprised minifigs haven't come under loot box laws yet. I'm not sure. Simon, are you in the States? Can you just elaborate on that a bit more? I'd be really curious about that. Or if there's some... Because some of the Europeans, particularly the Danish, can get interesting on those things, particularly when it comes to like video games, and they're starting to look at seriously some of these effectively, pay to win type games, and basically saying no, you can't do this anymore. Which EU banned in-game loot boxes.
Yeah, this is it, because EU's hot on that kind of stuff, isn't it? Well, not hot on it, but it picks up on it.
Yeah, which I suppose it'd be interesting to know the technical details and what's different. Is it because it's a virtual item, whereas these are physical items? So, because virtual, you can obviously just be random completely and controlled, whereas physical, you still got to manufacture them and put them in a packet.
Is there also an element with the digital ones where I think quite often it's kids using their parents' credit cards or whatever? It's a lot easier to get before it's picked up on. Yeah,
because a lot of the we've had the issue with the kids. Not so much like we've explained to them, no, this isn't happening, but to do anything, you've got to sign up to whether it's PlayStation or Microsoft or Xbox or whatever. And you need to sign up. You need to put credit card details in. It's like, no, I don't want to. You can't get around it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I just maybe just on the older generation just don't get it. So like, can we have some money to get this skin? And it's like, it's a cosmetic thing. Like, what?
Yeah, that's it. Like, what, does it give you like a better gun or anything like that? Like, no, it just looks nice.
Just looks better. Or in Fortnite you can do just a particular emote dance, or you can tag a wall with a different graffiti, and it's just like. And
it's expensive as well. It's not cheap. I think because I used to play Call of Duty a fair bit, and a mate got like £15 or £20 voucher for PlayStation. He didn't know what to spend it on, so he ended up spending it on one of them, thinking that he would get like a better gun and stuff, and it's like purely cosmetic, and it's £16 I think it costs just to change the look of his character.
There's a couple of things here I just want to really pick up on. In-game loot boxes seen as gambling. unfair odds and gains. Why this wouldn't expand out to other blind bags or those packs of stickers? Okay, I think there's two things here. The blind bags, I think, because my understanding, they get manufactured in equal quantities, so it's not like some of those things within games. It's like you've got a 1 in 1,000 chance of this ever happening, and like so I think there's a bit of a separation there. And packs of stickers, which get onto texting, it's no different to trading cards or any other mystery items. I'd argue Lego have the fairest system and an equal chance of getting any fig. Yeah, I mean, trading cards I always saw as gambling for kids, because it's it's a lottery system. That's probably a bit worse, because particularly nowadays when you've got all these different levels of chase cards and things, particularly in Pokemon, and different sizes and different rarities, and it gets to the ridiculous extremes we're seeing where they've got like LeBron James, they take a fabric of like, I think, each of his 3 major jerseys, and they put it in a chase card, and people were chasing it, and somebody eventually found it, and they paid they then sold it on for, I think, was it $1.5 million? Like, that's getting to the ridiculous extremes. So, I take your point though. It's the fairest, but it's still equal chance of getting any figure, providing that the boxes are that way. But I still see it as gambling. So it's kind of like, as they put the same number of figs in each box, yeah. Although I thought I did see that if the QR codes were giving ranges, so if you looked at the QR codes on the back, like if you have a number range between a certain one, it would be like Moon Knight. If the QR code range was between the next one, I don't know how true that is because I've never done it myself. I mean, have any of you guys seen that or know of anything?
I've never heard of that before.
I've heard people trying to figure out from the numbers, but I also assumed it was just some kind of logistical numbering or manufacturing stuff.
I think I heard something, but didn't really take it in, to be honest.
Yeah, because I've seen people doing the scales and things, but there's another one which I saw which was definitely giving like all the QR code ranges for whether or not that will work.
I think there was like, so the guy who I got my full set off of, he checked the numbers, and I think some of them were the same and you could guess it, and others weren't. So it was inconsistent at best, I think.
Yeah, and I think the tech, interesting point here. Do you think we'd be having this conversation if they're always in boxes? I think you'd be having the conversation from the outset. Because the other thing which jumps straight to my head is the Mr. Gold one. Because, there was a 10-year whatever, and people were still going through with that. Because I think, was it Jay's? I think 2 things. Jay's Brickbog, because he's got one, but he was going into every store and feeling them up. And then obviously you had BFAB. He ended up with 3, but he was going to every store and feeling up, and just all the time, everywhere. And
Seraphim just too good also as well. She got a golden minifigure too.
But yeah, I don't know if we would be having this conversation because, well, not to quite the same extent, because you wouldn't have known about feeling the bag and being able to guess before, and it would probably be similar to like trading cards where you have no idea. Well, I'm guessing you have no idea.
But it's certainly something, like, even with the blind bags, I remember years ago we were having these conversations, because I think obviously you always had the ability to feel it, but then you had also, Dots did it a little bit, because you'd have the Dots ones and they'd have like special prints, but they were like only 10 in a packet or something. But at least with the Dots one, you had like a clear strip down the back of it, so you could actually, if you wanted to, spend the time and just move the things around and actually see in what was actually there.
Okay. They couldn't do that with these days, right? Because I'm guessing that's plastic.
I miss feeling all the bags and being chased by security in Sainsbury's and Morrison's. I miss that.
Trev's the rebel of the group.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, Tech's generally interested in opinions.
I think I agree with what Tech's saying there. Yeah, I kind of think it is because it's been taken away. Right? If it wasn't a thing to start with, then I don't think people would be complaining about it, or as many people.
You wouldn't know any better. You just be like, "This is
exactly.
How else should they do it?" Sort of thing. Because then, even then, they might think. Well, everyone might think. Imagine if they were in plastic bags, then you could maybe sort of feel them. Like you might start thinking, "Is that even possible?"
But then stuff like with the Mr. Gold, there would have been so many boxes ripped open because it is easier for people to do it, right?
Yeah, and then how limited they are. Like presuming like you know how much they're going to end up going for in the future. Yeah, could absolutely see a black market in it. Like
you can't be doing that again now that they've got the cardboard boxes, can they? That kind of thing with Mr. Gold.
I mean, and it's pretty common now anyway that I don't know if you guys have noticed, it's just common up here anyway that like most like toy aisles in like supermarkets have CCTV. Like it's like you're kind of down the boozy aisle. Like it's there's cameras.
Yeah.
And I think that's exclusively because there's Lego there. Like I don't know of any Pokemon cards at one point, but like I'm pretty sure there's.
Isn't it? It's like razor blades, right?
Everything.
They get high security because they get nicked a lot.
Yeah, you walk down the Lego aisle. If Thomas does it, nobody follows him. If I walk down the Lego aisle, I get followed.
Yeah.
So because
it's curious to see what you're doing. What's this guy doing down the toilet?
Yeah.
Yeah, if ever an adult is like getting too much enjoyment in a toy aisle, then they get suspicious. Like I was playing with like a little toy. It wasn't Lego or anything. It was just like a Halloween spinny lighting up toy thing. And I swear this like security guard kept like coming back and forward watching me, and I was like, to be fair, I think it's because I was giving it to Nova and like sitting on her pram to see like if she looks interested in something enough, then I'll be like, right, it's worth buying. But if she kind of goes, I won't buy it. And it was because I was letting her hold it. I think he thought I was maybe just going to try and, you know, but I wasn't obviously, and we bought it. But he definitely had his eye on me, and I was like, this is weird. Like, it's like I'm pretty sure it was like a £3 thing as well. I was like, Christ, get a grip.
There's excitement for the day.
Probably, yeah. It was
At least he was paying
so.
attention. I mean, half the time I see them, they're on their phones. Like it's just like.
Must look like that type person. I don't know.
And yeah, Simon's saying that Trevor looks pretty suspicious, so it probably explains the security guy.
Oh, thank you very much.
And Tech is exactly pretty tight. It looks like Lego have taken our sweets away, and we don't like it. LOL. I think the funniest thing would be if it turned out that after they did all this, that the actual packaging and manufacturing was actually worse, ecologically sustainable, or whatever they've been justifying the whole reason to do it.
You'd hope that they've checked that out properly, right? Considering it's however much they spend a year, or they've got some like massive budget for sustainability, right? It's like a big department. So you would hope that they look into that stuff properly.
Or you just get one of the departments of the accountants like, oh yeah, we forgot to carry the one there. It's actually worse. Like, but
well, yeah, all it takes is one really bad math mistake. I remember being told, like at school, I can't remember what it was about. Maybe this is like a common knowledge thing. I don't know, but there was like some like well-paid like person that worked for NASA or something like this and did like some kind of very important maths wrong, and it meant that like a $1 bazillion pound piece of equipment got, like,
it was the Hubble telescope, and what they did was I think because the mirror in it, I think it was designed in France, which uses obviously metric, and then they put it across to the States, which uses inches, and nobody picked up the difference. So they built this mirror perfectly wrong, installed it up in space and then didn't understand why it wasn't working. Then somebody realized out that they hadn't converted it, so then they had to spend like another couple $100 million to go up and fix it. So, yeah.
Well, there's like with Royal Mail, isn't it? With the whole thing where the postmasters have been falsely convicted of fraud and theft, and that was just because of a bug in a bit of software.
Computer,
and that's been horrendous because you've had some people, like, you know, because of the way that it works out, it's a criminal thing, so people gone to jail and all that sort of thing, and you've had some people that, you know, been assured, you know, they're certain that nothing's gone wrong and they committed suicide and all sorts of things. Yeah, it turned out, because even then it sounded like when they started to figure out that something was wrong here, not only that, then I'm just trying to remember off memory, then they started to actually cover it up. So it's not even like they went, oh, yes, we've made a mistake. It's like, oh, let's not.
Because it was years ago, wasn't it? It's only just really, it's not even getting sorted out. Yeah, is it? Yeah. They've only just admitted guilt. If they've even admitted guilt, if they might have only agreed to pay people and they're not even paying them yet.
Yeah.
And there's still people in prison for it as well. I don't know how, I don't understand why that's a thing.
Yeah.
Surely you would think like everyone would be released straight away.
So like, you know, you'd have your convictions reassessed pretty quick, sort of thing. But yeah.
No one wants to like take liability for these big things. Like, speaking of, what happened with COVID again? Like, did we ever find out what caused the deaths of like millions of people around the world? No, just went quiet. That's the one.
I think
really
we've kind
annoys
of, we've gone from that a little bit.
Ridiculous.
But common cold, yeah. And Simon, wasn't that the Mars rover too? I'm not aware of that one, but it wouldn't surprise me. And you know that old saying, life is like Marvel CMF Series 2, you never know what you're going to get. That's a good one. So I'm just trying to get that name. What is I hate names like this, but what is it? Range? Is this meant to be dropping vowels or something? Does anyone know?
MDK bricks? I don't know.
What, Redmond?
Redmond, yeah, Redmond brick.
Redmond K bricks.
Okay then. I mean, if it was Redmond, wouldn't there be an N in there as well?
Yeah.
No, he's confirmed in the past it is Redmond. That's
okay then. All right. My bad. Sorry.
Unless you've changed your name, Red.
Redmond.
I don't know. I call him Red sometimes. I'm like...
Leave that. Great to have you in. I think so. I think the other thing which you sort of popped up there is in the poll. I'm just kind of curious with the people who use Bricklink. If you go through, you get a Bricklink order. Do you check it? Do you sort of go close enough is good enough, or it's sort of like I'm not counting that 200 pieces of that, or I'm just kind of curious. How people sort of, you get a Bricklink order and then what? Do you check it or not?
I hope for the best.
No, I don't. I don't mock. I don't really get pieces from it. I use Bricklink only to get a minifigure that's in a set that I don't really want to get, but I like a minifigure. It's the only time I use Bricklink.
Okay. Now you've got the magazines, of course, to do that. So.
It's like it's like Star Wars and so on, but sometimes like I've got no connection to the set, so it's like for example, Ned B, that that droid that was in the Grey Puddle set. Kenobi. Was a big fan of that set, so I got the Ned B. I've got Tom Wee, which is in Obi-Wan Starfighter, I want to say.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's a good one actually.
And the set we were talking about earlier, the one that's got Mace Windu in it, really not interested in that set, but the minifigure is insane because it's got like really nice arm printing. So yeah, that's it. I just
if I'm missing a minifig, then yeah, but if it's like a few pieces or something that, to be fair, I probably have been missold or not, like missing bits and not even noticed it because first off, I tend to put in fairly large orders or enough where I forget what's even on the order, so it's kind of a nice surprise when it turns up. And then especially if you've got a few coming, you're like, oh yeah, cool, okay, there's those bits, I just stick that aside and then quite often won't even go through the package properly for like a month, because I take the bits out that I need right there and then I've over ordered or ordered stuff I don't actually need. Yeah, or if it is short, if it's something that I'm not too fussed about, I'll just, yeah, it's fine. It's only like, if it's like 3p's worth of stuff, it's not worth even bothering sending the message.
Yeah. Okay. And I thought I saw Redmond. If I'm missing 2 pieces from a Bricklink order, I brush it off unless the whole order goes missing and I'm building a mock. And I'll send a search party.
I tend to check mine if I've like specifically maybe spent a little bit extra because I wanted like new parts as opposed to like used. Just to see that they haven't actually given me used when I've like paid that little bit extra for new. And then like, yeah, minifigs I've checked. I've actually been sold one before where it was broken, like it had like a crack down the leg piece or something like this. But like it was like a seller that I trusted and I bought from before, so I do think it was like a genuine mistake and they refunded it. But I've never had like a massive order though, so like I probably will in the future. And when that happens, I'll probably just like give it a quick look over, just see the quality of the pieces, make sure they're like legit Lego. But other than that, like I wouldn't count through parts if it's like a really large order.
I've ordered 250 inverted slopes the other day in one colour, and I'm not going to count through them because they were a penny each. So even if there's 10 missing, I'm not. Yeah.
You have to tell me who your sellers are, because it sounds like you're getting a pretty good deal.
I don't know, random Bricklink sellers. I'm looking for a certain piece and then see that it's cheap, and then tends to be that they've got loads of other stuff cheap as well. Yeah. Ones without much feedback often have better prices as well, because they're looking to build their feedback up before they can put the prices up.
This is a genuine thing though, and I feel like an idiot for saying this because I'm usually quite like tech savvy with most things, but I feel really bad when I get like the email ping through being like from a seller basically asking me to provide feedback. And I genuinely actually I've spent ages looking at the thing and I'm like, how do I do it though? Like I can't actually work out how to provide feedback. Like
no, it's not that obvious actually, because you have to look at your orders, and then there's like there's these bits of like triangles, green triangles. So if you've got one green triangle on the left, it means they've left feedback for you, and there's a post link, and you click that, and then that takes you through to it. But even then, you have to like review your feedback and then post it, and
because like especially like that shop that I like trust and buy from, like I'd like to be able to like hype them up a bit and give them the feedback, but I'm like, how do I do it? And then there's only so long you're going to spend staring at something being like, I tried, like
genuinely tried.
I'm really bad at leaving feedback. I tend to get about it and then do it in batches, so 10 people will get it once. It's worth doing though, because sometimes you'll get like a 5% voucher off your next purchase.
Or sometimes they just send like nice little extras or like a little bit of a personal touch to it, and you're like, that's so nice, like made the extra effort there. Or they're like a new store, you just kind of want to like help them out.
Simon said Pab's been problematic for missing bricks. Bricklink seller has refunded once or twice saying sorry, we can't send all the bricks you ordered. Yeah, occasionally you get that. Sort of
more often than not, they'll say, I've had it where the seller has told me, oh, you're missing this, or I'm missing this, so I'm going to refund you 30p or whatever it is.
Imagine if they started doing like what supermarkets, like we've started ordering online from Asda just because we never have the time to go and like do a shop. Imagine if they started doing the thing where they're like, we didn't have this, so we've substituted
I thought you might like this instead.
That'd be so funny.
It'd be alright if they gave you more expensive parts. I remember we got given a bottle of champagne or something. No. So the delivery guy was saying that someone had bought like a bottle of Prosecco, they didn't have any, so they got like a bottle of champagne, which was 30 quid more than what they'd ordered.
Fair.
You're right if they did stuff like that. But,
and tech, if I've ordered specific, wanted list for a mock, I'm religiously check and ask for a refund or out the piece. Just curious, tech, would you do that on like a 5p piece? And then if I'm generally ordering and buying a specific color but random parts or whatever, then I won't bother. I mean, I generally, unless it's an expensive part, I'm always order over ordering by about 5 to 10% anyhow because of those sorts of things. When people come back and say, "Oh yeah, look, we didn't have 10 of them or whatever," or miscounted and that sort of thing. But
does anyone know off the top of their head like what the most expensive Bricklink order is they've ever done? Like
£7.
figure.
I'm going to look through my orders. Definitely £50 plus.
Yeah, I think when I was doing some mosaics, some big ones, and this was before the art sets and things like that. I think probably a couple hundred from some seller in Europe, but then we're talking like, I think it's like 6,000 of, a 1x1 tile in like a teal, and it was large quantities, which, because they had ridiculous prices, that even once you took account of shipping and everything, it's like, no, that's still a really good bargain.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's, yeah. I mean, anyone else? Or?
£53.91, but then my order list has been, that's only from April of this year, or halfway through April, so they must have purged my orders at some point.
Try to help you forget about them.
After 6 months.
Is it? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, generally after 6 months, I'll purge the last one there. And Tech's like, I know it's petty, but those orders I've already been through my collection to see if I have the piece. Yeah, no, it's interesting once, having done it from the other side with the kids and things like that, you get a different appreciation, because like to go through and do it, it's so manually and time intensive. And look, I get it with that, but now it's sort of like, for me to sit down and write an email, go back and forth, ask them for 10p back, it's just not worth it. Like,
if you're asking for the refund, then not worth it. But if you are after those pieces specifically, I completely get. If you're like, right, I need 50 of this piece, and I'm going to order, and I've ordered 50, and they've sent 48, it's like, well, no, I can't do what I was going to do, and you're not going to want to go and buy from another seller like 2 pieces.
But that's why I over ordered by 5 or 10%. So it's like, I need 50, I can't order 55, 60 just for that reason.
Yeah, I tend to over order just because it's like, well, I might want some more of them. No feature. That's the
I mean, if it's an expensive part, then it's very specific. Like, if it's £1 or £2 or something like that, then it's all right. But I'm just quite happy to go, look, it didn't come, just refund it back and we'll call it a day. And yeah, Redmond is, we must have used the same store, because I know I had one which came with a pack of Haribo's.
Yeah, I've had a pack of Haribo.
Yeah, I think I've.
That's just the sweet milk for the missing part.
No, the order was actually good, and I think they may have had an extra piece or 2 over. So, but you sort of get those, and you're like, "Is this safe to eat? Has this been laced with something?" Like, Redmond, just under 100 to keep my accountant off my tail. AKA, this is who's actually a chartered accountant. That was going to be the thing. There might be a number that you admit to on screen, which is different from what you've actually done.
Not on record.
There's a mass post feedback button on Bricklink now. Is there? I haven't seen that.
That is just what I need. Cool.
That is, look at that. Yeah.
Because I always say the same thing, because it's always in my auto suggestion. Yeah.
Item arrived. Great, so opt out. But it's always that sort of thing. You got to go in, type it, hit submit, and then is it like preview or submit, and then you got to click the back button to go back. Like, it's not.
Yeah.
It's like, all the extra ones there. Welcome along, Bobo. Hope that you're going well. Unfortunately, that command's not going to work here. One day I might get around to setting that up. Paige wouldn't let me overbuy like that. I think that's going to be one of the sorts of things where, yes, tech, that's right. But probably an extra order or 2 slipped out the bottom in the post. I'll buy 2 Mr. Golds just in case the shell only ships me 1. Yeah, if you can afford to do that. Tech, I'd hate to know my highest value brick order is, and certainly not checking the page sat next to me. Don't worry, it's going to have purged the last 6 months anyhow. So anything older than 6 months. So yeah, because you built a couple of big mocks every once in a while. So and Titanium J, if I need a specific amount piece ordered, then reach out. If it's bulk pieces, then I don't usually bother. Yep. Simon, bottom left corner of the order screen. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna check
Gonna
that
have
out.
to check that out. And then, yeah, sounds like text confirming yes, mass feedback is a great addition. From the sounds of it, Tech, I don't know why you'd ever use it. You only make 1 or 2 orders at a time. Wink, wink. So, I think following on from that, we've had the pop-up store for Bricklink. Has anybody looked at that, thought about it? I think they've just approved another 9, so there's like 50 different things you can potentially buy through quasi Bricklink.
I had a look the other day out of curiosity, but didn't get anything. I think they were finally able to send stuff from the UK though, because when I looked before, none of the sets I clicked on, all the parts would come from like Vietnam, and then all the pieces would come from various different countries. But it was still quite expensive, like £99 for a relatively small set. I guess that's how it is for buying mocks. It's not like buying a Lego set, mass-produced thing.
Well, that's part of the reason I asked is, well, I had a look through it, and I think it's one of these sorts of things is, okay, I understand you've got the Bricklink design program where 5 sets get through, pre-ordered, it's all done for you. And even when they've had the Bricklink designer, when you're going through and you're selecting a whole bunch of different ones, and they put out like 200 or 150 different things you can select from or vote on or whatever. And it just strikes me as the usual marketing thing. Like if you have 3 choices or 4 choices, it's fine. People can make decisions. But when you present mass numbers, it's like people just can't handle it. And
I just can't be bothered with it. So I started looking through everything, and I got to a point where I was like, unless like the odd one, like on the odd roll, like really pops at me, then I lose like interest. And it's kind of gutting because if there is like really good ones, I want to back, but I've just not made it to that page because I've lost interest. I feel bad, but some of them are just like, eh.
I know what you mean, and you end up like writing them off. Well, I'm thinking of like the Bricklink designer program here, but yeah, you end up like writing off loads of stuff that would be really good if you just saw it by itself. But and it's in a sea of pictures, like you become, I don't know, really picky. Maybe it really has to stand out.
Yeah, the bar is set very high because there's so many. Yeah.
No, I haven't done it yet. I know a couple of people who have bought instructions off of there. So I'm guessing that for at least some of them, the instructions are exclusive to that page, to the mock pop-up shop, mock shop, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I haven't gone through the whole process, but because the other challenge I found is, I mean, the pop-up shop, most of them, like I think about 80%, maybe it's a bit less, they're buildings of some description, whether it's quasi-modulars, whatever. And the challenge, like when you look at them and they give this price range from £100 to 350, it's just like, I get it, I understand Bricklink, and if you can get and optimize it, whatever. But when you go and buy like a normal modular or something like that, part of what you're paying for is a good build experience and economies of scale. Because as for those few of us who've done mocks, they get expensive really quickly because you don't have the economies of scale, because you're getting, get all the pieces you need, you have to go to 10, 15 sellers, whatever. And, postage can range from, £1.35 to, some people want to do, insurance and tracking and this, that, and the other, and Expedia, and all of a sudden, postage is like £8-9. And it just almost seems like it's the wrong channel to be doing that in. It's like, if you're going to have a modular or modular-esque type building, paying over the odds, you really want to get that modular. Like,
yeah, it does seem just. Yeah, it'd be nice if it was just a set price, and if they got the. I imagine it'd be an insane thing to do, but to get all the pieces together themselves first, and then just say like, this is how much it costs for this mock, and we'll ship it out in a box. And yeah,
yeah, no, it's
be nice if it was something just did like as an extension to like the Lego website, because then they obviously have the resources there to like pack your pick-a-brick and stuff, because you can do that on their website. If they could just do that, you know that they'll have all the parts that you need, and that's where like Lego kind of supporting people being creative with Lego by like promoting like, oh yeah, like here you can like put your designs on here or something. I don't know. If they have to pay a fee, but then they get like so much back if people buy the designs. I don't know. It just seems like the most sensible way, because like what you're saying about buying from multiple sellers on Bricklink, otherwise I can't see like a lot of people doing it unless it's like a mega mock that they absolutely love.
Yeah, and then even then, I think, you know, from the other side of the fence, the danger is, particularly from the UK, I haven't heard of anyone who's been invited like as a Bricklink seller into the program, and so like you're now starting to kind of compete with Bricklink sellers, and just knowing like the amount of work that goes into like picking and everything like that. You know, some of them are getting nervous. It's sort of like, well, you know, what's if they're going to be doing this, what's kind of the point of us having Bricklink stores? Which, because to you know, make some steady money out of it, you have to have a decent sized store, which you've put a lot of time and effort into. You know, either breaking down sets or bulk or however you've acquired the parts. I think text come up here. Do you guys know you can see your total account orders on Bricklink? Can you? I knew you could see the last.
Really? What? So you can see the stats for.
Well, where is that tech? Is that because usually you can only see the last little ones and then it purges it, and you're sitting there with a calculator adding it up. So,
maybe it's best not to look.
Yeah, you share your screen, Matt, and show us your orders.
Yeah. Or maybe it's the sort of thing, Paige is the one sitting there with the calculator going, yeah, really? So this TJ, they switched from a price range to a price estimate recently. Okay. I haven't checked in about a week or so. Because those ranges, like literally I saw one that was like £100 to 350, and it's like that's, you know, that by itself is enough to get you going, do I really want to think about these instructions?
There's a summary page. Is it on there, maybe?
And then, interesting, TJ, there, back when the price range was up, all the ones I looked at were above the range. That wouldn't surprise me, because they're probably looking and going, well, this is the optimal configuration if you bought it. And then when you actually then start going through and starting to do it, the reality is the sellers either don't ship to you, or they didn't have the pieces, or the postage gets ridiculously crazy. And tech, hang on, I'll find it. Okay. I just sort of just go around and just do a quick little where are we up to sort of thing. One brick stud. Sort of what's
just trying to bend me rod at the moment. And knowing even those,
that's not healthy, mate.
This piece here. But yeah, actually, do you know what? I'm really excelling through this at the moment. Just got these awkward rod pieces just to sort of bend at the back. So yeah.
Oh, because the stuff flipped, right?
Yeah, it goes around on the back. So yeah, really enjoying it. And I love these diorama sets. They're great. Got a great Luke Skywalker and Vader as well. So loving that. And So I got the Train on Dagobah set, which is the Empire Strikes Back. Obviously, this is Return of the Jedi. So obviously, we'll need to get a New Hope diorama, but I know there's a couple out there with the trash compactor and the trench run. But I'm not going to get neither of them. I really want to get the Tantum Hallway, which is rumored to come out next year, and that'll be it. I think for me in terms of the dioramas. Yeah, that's what I'd like. So that means I've got one from New Hope, Return of the Jedi, and Empire Strikes Back in the middle. So yeah, really loving them, and they're good. They sort of replaced the helmets, didn't they? Is that right?
Yeah, well, it's sort of they've come out in the same sort of time, and I mean, from what we've heard, and the rumor is, the helmets are no more, but I don't think we've had any official confirmation of that, which it seemed a little strange to me about the helmets. I mean, if tech's still there, have you heard about the helmets or something like that? Like, it seemed to be something which was quite a collectible range, and the Star Wars ones seemed to do quite well. I mean, the Marvel ones I don't think did particularly well. And DC was basically Batman, and I mean, I guess there's only so many levels you can do. But okay, cool. Ollie, how are you progressing along?
I have just finished bag 1, and where's my camera? There. That is what I've done.
Nice.
Done the base. I really like this little statue head thing. I forgot about that. It's at a funny angle. Like it's just been. I'll put it out. So it's just like that. It's just like on a hinge or whatever it is, like the twisty Technic on a Technic pin brick.
I noticed you got the insect sets behind you. What were they like?
They're really cool. I really like them. Really interesting builds. Yeah, and because it's got like botanicals as well. It's kind of a mix between botanicals and insects, because they've each got a little base. So yeah, that was really, really cool to go through. I've got them set up so it's like I'm imagining it's the T6 shuttle crashed in an alien.
I couldn't quite see from this angle. There was just something bugging me that was behind you. That was
And all that effort did, okay, on the screen for that joke, okay, cool, because I think we were chatting before. It's sort of like the tree parts or the things that the bases that they're on are actually quite interesting builds, and it's like, I might be interesting just get them for that experience. Okay, brilliant. And Bonnie, how far have you gotten along?
Yeah, well, this is quite a small build anyway, so I'm on the last bag, so bag 4 of the Haunted Mansion, so it's looking pretty good. Yeah, loads of really, really nice detail to see coming together, and obviously I've got the minifig as well. But I am realizing though, like, I'm loving this build, and I can't wait to see like it finished, but it's really painful to build. I'm realizing my least favorite Lego part is the 1x1 like stud pieces. What are they called? Like I suppose 1x1 plate. But oh my god, my fingers are killing because there's so many and like loads of just kind of like putting one on top of the other. So yeah, it's really painful. But if you need some dexterity work or practice like with your hands, then it's maybe a good one. But it's
it really
my hands
does
are
get
sore.
I remember when doing the Sonic, the Ideas one, where you've got just that little setup with that, and that was much the same. There was a lot of 1x1s in that you had to stack because to get the checkerboard pattern of like the worlds, it was all done with 2 like high plates. So it's like everything was 2 lots of 1x1 for this color, 2 for the next, 2 for the 2. And because you look at the piece count in that set, and I think it's like 1,200 or 1,500 pieces for, what is it, 45, 60 pounds. And it's like, because you've got like 500 of these little things you've got to clip together.
Yeah. Oh god, they're sore. Hands are really hurting now. Like so many small pieces.
I'm sure it'll be great when it's done.
That's why I'm not looking forward to getting the. Well, I am, but I'm not. The Hogwarts, the new Hogwarts set, the micro scale one. You know, it's got like 2,600 something pieces, but they're all small.
Was that the Castle and Grounds one?
The Castle and Grounds. That's right. Yeah.
Did you, Trevor? Did you build that one, or was
No, great. Yeah, I've got to build that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was much the same. I was looking at that, going, "Oh, yeah, I'd like to get it," and then I saw it built in a Lego store, and I just looked at it and went, "No, it reminds me too much of the Sonic set." It's like see, that's
not making that mistake again.
Maybe when I really get to it. So, and a shout out to Monarch. Hope that you are going well. Great to see you pop along.
Evening, Monarch.
Right, Monarch.
Good evening.
Hope that you are good. And I think Tech was here telling us. So I think this was to get the totals. Bricklink orders, download near the bottom, download my orders. Last step, make sure to change the date range before we start ordering on Bricklink. Orders, download. Okay.
Interesting, you can download them all, but they just don't display them.
Or is it just a matter of they keep the totals?
I see. Yeah, okay.
Because they'd probably have to do that for HMRC or just taxation reasons.
I think they'd have to keep it for 7 years or something because it's sensitive data and all that.
And then that there, and I think we're up to Trevor in terms of how he was getting on, and I can see he's got that look of determination, looking at little pieces.
This is quite an intricate little build, like you say with these speed champions. It's what you find to get all the angles and the lights. It's like this radiator grill here. So that's the grill.
Yeah.
And you've got two hinge bits. I mean, if you're going to put that straight into there, you'd never get the angle right. But it's just, I don't know whether you can see it. It just clips in on those and then pulls down. So you just get that angle of the radiator.
It's mad how they do it, isn't it?
Yeah. No,
just on those hinge pieces, just like that, just to get that little bit of an angle. But the things you have to build, to get that angle, it's just so intricate. It's lovely. I do recommend this build. They're so small, but the work that goes into them, it's amazing.
Yeah,
it amazes me. To get all the little angles and the radiators and the grills. Yeah, really, really.
It does make you wonder how they actually do that. Do they just sit there of like an evening, like sitting in front of the TV, just have a whole bunch of pieces in their hands, fiddling with them, going, "Oh, how can I get this to go into there?" Like what? Like, because who would think of to get that angle? First of all, using some shields, putting them on a couple of clips, angling them back. Like it's just like.
I saw my first up close, first 6x6 wide speed champion. My brother had a bunch of them, or has a bunch of them, and I nicked one. He's left them at my parents, so I've stolen a Mustang, which I've got here. It's quite cool.
Oh wow!
I don't know how they're built. It's really dirty. I need to give it a proper clean. But
that's cool.
Yeah,
wow,
I'll find that when I put a modular together to go with it. But yeah, they're really cool. I don't know if they're as detailed inside as the 8 wide ones are or not.
No, they at least the ones which I've found. Obviously, if you got the extra couple of studs to play around with, it always. I was never particularly interested in those speed champions unless they were on sale, which occasionally you get them for ridiculous prices. Like you pick them up for $5 or something. So, but they seem to be more of a caricature of a car. It's like you can kind of get it and things.
Yeah.
Like the 8, it's like actually no, you're actually starting to look like what you really should be looking like.
I just like the 6 wides because they fit better on the road plates. So when I do have modular set up with a road plate, then they fit better.
Yeah. go through a couple of comments here. I think we saw just everyone saying hi to Monarch. Monarch confirming it's Redmond inadvertently. And then TJ popped off. And Bricky Tie, not too bad. And nearly Friday, weekend off. Whoop. And Monarch saying hi to the panel. And all that there. And KO popping back with a comment. Cool. The other thing, which was sort of part of a rumor or something, I think they confirmed that there's going to be, at least at the retail level, no Indiana Jones sets for next year. So whether or not that's a backdoor way of saying they're not going to continue with the theme.
I wonder if that's because of the film, because it wasn't that successful, was it?
Yeah.
The film was rubbish.
Oh, I enjoyed the film.
I haven't seen it.
I thought it was fairly classic stuff, but yeah, apparently it's an absolute flop.
Yeah.
I've yet to build the Temple of the Golden Idol as well.
Yeah.
I've got that to build as well.
Because that's really going on discount now.
I'm quite annoyed about that. I got that on AFOL day, and now it's like 40 quid off and more.
I mean,
I'm so surprised. It was so popular on release day. Like, for them really flying off the shelves.
I think the retail price was actually decent as well. And
Yeah.
if you get off discount as well, you know. Yeah, sets good. I think the set with the plane, that was a good price.
Yeah, they were all well priced, I think, weren't they?
Yeah. It's a shame they didn't release that last set, you know, the big one.
Temple of Doom one.
They should just release that and then call it a day.
I wonder why they didn't. Have they ever confirmed why? There was rumours it's to do with like religion or like child slavery.
Yeah, a combination of religion, sacrifice, all that sort of stuff didn't necessarily bode well. So,
child slavery.
Because I think in that scene, isn't there loads of kids like mining or something?
Oh, right. Oh, okay. I was going to say they released Privet Drive, and technically Harry was a slave in that.
This is it, right? Because that's got some seriously dark undertones to it.
They locked him under the stairs, and you can access it. You can lock Harry in there yourself if you want.
You can abuse a child yourself with a Lego set.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it, right? It is like actual, genuinely quite horrific child abuse. Like if you saw that in the news, you'd be like, what the hell's going on? But
yeah, safeguarding was
right.
Yeah, but try and tell Lego not to bring out an iconic scene from Harry Potter, and they'll be like, "Well, that's money lost right there."
Yeah, I think even Monarchs, but yeah, all sets were fantastic and small ones were great value. So yeah, I think they went on discount and Amazon quick, so we picked them up from there. And then the recent sort of things. I think even with was it Smiths recently? I think one of them you were getting it like the big set for almost like £82 or something.
Yeah, I saw that. Maybe that was Amazon. But yeah,
it was.
Sorry, mate. Go on.
No, you go.
No, I was to say, I think Menard might be pleased to hear that I do intend to buy a set next year that includes mini dolls. I'm very. I might get more from a wife than myself. It's the It's the Ice Castle. It's the Ice Castle, Frozen.
Oh yeah, that's retiring this year, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh, is it?
Yep.
Okay.
So you're gonna have to get it sooner rather than later.
Because I haven't got it for a while. Because the Ice Castle for a while, I've been putting it on ice. You see, and so yeah, I do need to. If it's retiring, I might need to get it.
I think you need to defrost those legs and jump straight down to that store.
I'm putting both you and Trevor down the bottom there. That was Never had to do that before, but I just was wondering if you did know that was retiring. It's like, oh yes, I'll have to get it next year.
I'm glad that the canteen is not retiring, because that is like become in my top 3 priority sets at the moment. For me, it's Home Alone, Cantina, and what was the other one? No, actually, it might just be those 2. I really need to get. Life
I need that to retire because I've got another one that I bought it from John Lewis when they've like reduced it, and I'm like, freaking retire so I can flip this thing. It's like locked away some of my money that I need to like get back, and I've got like one of the old Disney castles as well, but I don't think that's going to go for much now.
I'm waiting for John Lewis to discount that again.
It'll be a Black Friday thing, do you reckon?
Potentially, yeah. But I'm intrigued to see what Disney Store do for the what sort of offer they'll have for the new Disney castle. And because every year, like with the previous castle, the one that's just behind me, that each year that was on discount. So I'm hoping that it would be the same as well.
Yeah.
Because if that's on a good discount, definitely getting that.
I'm still thinking about how to get Rivendell cheap. Am I going to be able to get it on the next AFOL day?
That'll be the thing. It'll have to be an AFOL day, I think.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful set. That
really
is.
Have you got that?
Me?
Yeah.
No.
I've got that one. That was a really nice fun build to do with Aaron, like a nice joint one. It's really good. And the light kit, we've got a light kit for it as well, which I did a review on. And I would really recommend getting a light kit for that. I feel like you need that's a set you need a light kit for.
Okay,
like,
that really came to life with a light kit.
Yeah. And some of them are like decent and cheap, like so.
So my wife and I we're going to be decorating our living room in the new year, and I do intend for Rivendell with a nice wicked brick case to be in the living room. So my wife wants wax melts, but no.
What?
They're a bit more affordable though. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
And then the Rivendell wicked brick case that probably costs about the same as the set, no?
Absolutely. They're worthwhile. I mean, even Trevor, you like your case, don't you, Trevor? You'd agree they're a worthwhile investment.
Yeah, I don't think the photographs, like I explained to you the other day, do a case justice. It's like when I built the Hocus Pocus one and put it all together, and people were in awe of it today in the office. It really does set the set off. If I just took that set on its own and plonked it on the desk, it wouldn't be so much of a feature, but with the case, it really does. Really does set it off. Yeah.
No, I'm won over. I've asked for like a few for my Christmas, like sent some links here and there, and yeah, got my eye on when I've got like the notification thing on for like when they release the special edition Walt Disney camera one, because I think that needs to go in a case. Like absolutely no brainer. Needs to buy the camera as well.
They finally revealed the Gringotts one. The Gringotts case.
Oh yeah.
It's not too bad. It's all right. I think I preferred the Diagon Alley one in the Hogwarts Express case.
I think it'll be better than what you think, though, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm the same as Bonnie. I do want to get a couple of cases for the smaller sets. Like I want to get a case for the training on Dagobah, as well as the Emperor's Throne Room and the mini castle. I do want to get a few of the and even the up house as well. I want to get a few cases for the little sets, and then because it's not going to be easy to buy a case for like a UCS set. It's not going to be easy, especially when you've already built it. So I do think the best way, because like I really want to get the Home Alone case. I need to get the set first as well, but I need to. I think it's best to get the case first and then buy the set and build it. So when you finish the case,
well, you do have to wait on average 2 months for the case. So
you won't get any dust. You just go straight in there, like
straight in.
Because it was weird. As I just finished the Hocus Pocus, I thought, "What's this? Display case turned up." That was timing. That was.
That's a nice thing, I guess you can. Okay, if I'm starting a big time lapse now, if I order the set of the case, then by the time I finish, then it's probably going to dovetail together. Jake Eric, I need all the diorama sets. If you're interested in Star Wars, the first 3 are retiring, and if you mean diorama in general, the Jurassic Park one is also retiring. So you might just want to have a think about
I need
that.
to get that one because
That one's cool.
Yeah.
That
We've
was
got
on
that.
offer recently, I think.
We've got that one, and we've got Light Kit in it as well.
I haven't seen it on offer anywhere though.
Yeah, I think is it an Argos sort of exclusive one, or like Lego and Argos?
Yeah.
And the last time I saw that on offer was literally last year because that came out, and it's like I'll get that when it goes on offer, and it took like 6 to 9 months. Generally haven't seen it.
I think I did see it on offer the other day, but I think it was sold out on Argos, so it wasn't on offer basically.
Which set we on about?
The T-Rex
Jurassic
breakout diorama, the
Oh,
Jurassic Park diorama.
Jurassic Park one, yeah. It was interesting, because just as an aside thing in terms of sold out, I know some people who are sort of quasi-monitoring Lego when they're having some of their stuff which was going sold out because it was on discount, and then literally as soon as the day ended and then they all went back up to the normal prices, all of a sudden they're all in stock again. It's just like, really?
That's bad, isn't it?
I just need to get it before it goes extinct.
My finger's hovering over the remove from stream.
hey, there's no need for that. No need for threat.
No, I'm kidding. And Jake, this year, the trash compactor, trench run, Dagobah, they're all retiring this year. The Endor,
Speed Chase,
and Throne Room is still going to be around next year.
I think we've just got one of the old ones to get, and I can't remember which one it is now. But I love dioramas. Like, I think they're just the best thing ever.
Yeah.
I love
Cool
having like a snapshot scene of like a really iconic film.
I can't wait to see what they come up with next year.
Yeah.
They need to do Harry Potter ones.
Yeah, that'd be nice. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be.
They're just Disney ones. Like more. I suppose they've done like I would say the Peter Pan one is a diorama. I would call that a diorama.
That was a nice set. I enjoyed that. Yeah, I enjoyed that. Yeah, I got a video on my channel about that one. Up here.
Yeah. I think that one was from memory a bit overpriced at this stage.
Yeah, I've got that. Excited to build it, but it's sitting in its box.
Nice
I haven't get it built until.
Yeah, it's nice
I need to get a case for that one. Definitely want a case for that one.
Oh, sorry, just
Is that exposed Technic pieces on the side? Like open. Ooh, yeah, there. Yeah. I wonder what that's about.
It's part of this house, though. I think it's just the back of the house.
It's not on the other side, though. Is it just on the one side?
No, it's just on the one side.
Okay.
Because the thing I have noticed with the dioramas, the recent ones take out of it probably the throne room, is when we had the initial Jurassic Park and the first 3 Star Wars, they're actually decent sizes. And then these ones have gotten like noticeably smaller. Like the Endor one, I was really surprised at how small that was.
Is it? Have you got it?
What's the price difference on them? Then are they the same?
No, I think they're more expensive. I got the Endor one up there. I think I got it partially wired up with lights, so there's like batteries, cases hold.
I almost bought it for the fern pieces when it was on offer.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just so you could have like a mini Rivendell.
yeah.
Which set is it that's got the white fern pieces? There was a set.
Is it the Alpine Lodge?
I've got some in my Alpine Lodge. Yeah.
That was it. I think it's used for a tree.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
snow on the tree. Yeah.
Snow on the tree.
They might have it in the Tranquil Garden as well. I can't remember. I know they've got
I
fern
don't-
pieces, but
I don't think it snowed in that one.
that's a very good point.
That's me finish my little build for today. Aww. It's very cute.
Nice.
It's crazy how much detail is in that. Like for
Oh,
even like it was 4 bags, like with some having multiple bags, but it did feel like there was a lot of work going into it. So to
That
see
looks
how like
really, really nice. That does.
like
Yeah.
next to my hand, you can see how big it is. I really love that. Like I love how like the size
A lot
of
of
it.
detail in it.
Yeah, there really is, and you can still
And
see
you get a
some of it in the
minifig.
back. You do. You get a
And you
mini.
get 3 nano figs as well.
Yeah.
Nice. You get a sticker
Yeah.
sheet, don't you?
Do they?
Yeah, you get like a very small sticker sheet just for the There's details on the inside. You can't really see them, but there are like these 2x1 tile pieces there, which I was trying to look really closely at and work out if they are actually like other Disney villain characters or something. But I don't think they are. I've not actually seen this like original Haunted Mansion film, or I think it did, but I can't really remember it now.
I was going to ask if you've seen the new one.
No,
I haven't
I've not
seen
watched it yet. I do want to watch it. It's got like Danny DeVito and it's got like really good cast in it, hasn't
Owen
it?
Wilson.
But, yeah. See, Owen Wilson, I'm a bit hit or miss though. I'm a bit,
I don't know. I do like Owen Wilson, but maybe that's because
Yeah.
he's in a bunch of Wes Anderson films.
Yeah.
Whereas there's me that's like Marley and me, making me cry every time. Oh.
Yeah. Or if you go back far enough, he was like in Armageddon with Bruce Willis.
He was. He died in it, didn't he?
Spoil it.
Does he?
Yeah, I think he's one of the first to die in it.
No. Oh,
There's only a couple that die in it, is there not?
yeah.
Owen Wilson
I don't
dies in it.
remember now. Does he? Can't remember.
Anyway, Bruce Willis does.
Yeah, he does.
Spoiler!
Oh yeah.
Anyone that's
yeah,
not seen
sorry,
Armageddon,
yeah,
though, like.
Sorry.
20 years since it came out.
25 years since it's been released. You've had
Yeah.
a bit of a choice there.
Oh, there's Night in the Museum as well, which I love those films.
Oh, Night in the Museum.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good. That is. And talking of museum, what do you think about the new modular?
Excited. Super excited for that. I think that'll be really good. Like, I think it's a really good idea. Where did the idea for like a hospital was that rumored, or were people just really hoping for a hospital
People
and then that was
want
just
a hospital.
That was
Yeah.
Chris's idea. That was.
because that just kept going round and round, and I was like, has this then been rumored because so many people are talking about the idea of a hospital?
The only thing I got correct was I thought they might have gone for one big building, obviously like Assembly Square, where they had what was it, 3 buildings? I thought they might have gone for one, which they did, but I thought it had been a hospital.
I think it's going to be epic for somebody that doesn't read modulars.
Surely they'll have to have like a big T-Rex or something in it, like some sort of
Yeah,
dinosaur.
you'd hope, right? That would be so cool.
But
Yeah,
then
they
I'm like,
reckon they've got one going through the middle of it. Yeah, on both floors.
Because
I'd
it's a Natural
like-
History Museum, is what they say.
oh, I don't know.
Lego
I planned on
museum in
building
there.
like a museum, like a mock museum, and I'd specifically bought the set that has like the T-Rex sort of display in it, and specifically
Oh,
bought
what, the
it
Jurassic
for
Park
that.
one? Or the
The
idea?
skeleton.
I think I think it probably is a Jurassic Park one, but that's why I'd bought it. So now I'm like, oh, I might not end up using that. That'll just
Could have two T-Rexes.
that might be. I don't know how to fit that in. It might not fit in there. They're ultra massive museum walk. But talking of ultra massive museum walks, if you ever come to Edinburgh and go to the museum here, there is actually, I meant to post it and I never got around to it. I took a video of like basically they've got someone to build a Lego version of that entire museum. It was huge. It's like the table was just like epically
nice.
massive, and they've detailed the interior and the outside of it out of Lego, and there's like loads of little stories going on, loads of minifigs. Like it's huge. And that's amazing. So yeah, it's really, really cool. I'll need to get some pictures and stuff and share it with everyone.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Is that museum? Is that sort of in the city centre of Edinburgh, or is it a bit out?
It's no, it's like in the centre. It's what is the museum called? Just like Scotland Museum. I don't know. It's on Chamber Street. It's near Greyfriars Bobby. It's near the cafe where J.K. Rowling wrote Harry Potter. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like up the Royal Mile and stuff. If you ask someone in that if you're in that general area, where's the museum, they'll point you to that one. I think it's. No, I'm not going to say a name because I'll say. I've got the issue is I've got Natural History Museum stuck in my head now, so I can't get that out of my head. What's just a regular museum called? I think,
Museum.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember what it's called, but yeah.
Don't overcomplicate things.
Museum of
Building with
Scotland.
artifacts in it.
Yeah, with expensive stuff in it.
And check if the module has a reference to Atlantis or Pharaoh's Quest, I may have to buy it. I would imagine that's going to be the thing. Just the Easter eggs and references that they'll have. Like I think there's going to be some great ones in because you even just look at the Indiana Jones ones, and they've got like some of the stickers, and I think the side of it was like an R2D2 and stuff like that. So I would imagine there's so much scope for them to do some really interesting things. And if they do those sorts of things, I would imagine there will be a token Bionicle one in there as well. But KO Pharaoh's Quest, I've got one of the unopened sets here. Just asking me which one and checking that out. And then I thought I saw a couple of questions from KO. Why is Trevor's bookcase behind him made every Lego set look so small? Maybe it's parallax and it's so far back. Trevor's in a massive room. It's an optical illusion. And what was the other thing? And then Bonnie, how's the move getting on?
We've not moved yet, unfortunately. If we had, I wouldn't probably be on here. But you can just see there's some stuff in boxes. It's all tools. More tools for building the Lego room.
And then I think Monarch was Sainsbury's are killing up deals, not on their site yet. Sign there, moving them all to Argos.
Show me a Sainsbury's which sells Lego first. Because every time I go in there, it's just sodding fish fingers. No, honestly, I've two Sainsbury's near me. Go in there all the time. There's no Lego.
How dare Sainsbury's sell fish fingers? Come on. Who'd have thought it?
So confused how fish fingers got thrown into that.
Yeah, I was just like, okay, have I missed something?
Oh, I really want fish fingers now. There is some in the freezer.
Fish finger sandwich, yeah.
Yeah,
we'll be back soon, folks. We're just going to get some fish fingers.
I see if Aaron's still awake. I get him to make me a fish fingers.
It takes I need some fish fingers now. Stat. KO's coming back. The skeleton mummy battle pack. Monarch. Fish fingers. Sod off and make way for the Lego.
Yeah. Anything like our local store, it's rubbish. It's old stuff. I keep looking. The boys go down the aisle and I think there's no new stuff. We got the latest bar of chocolate or something, or tin of blooming Christmas biscuits.
Is it that time in the stream? Is it?
Start talking about food.
Yeah. What else was I having a look at that? I think there's something sideways, which I meant to mention last time. It looks like Christopher Nolan, like the guy who did Batman and a few other things, and he's going to write and direct 2 James Bond films. What do we think of that?
Wow. That'd be interesting.
Because Tenet was a spy film, wasn't it? It was meant to be. It could be really good if he sticks to. Yeah, I don't know. I love all of his stuff. So, yeah. I'm going to assume it'd be amazing.
Yeah.
Having said that, Bond is like, I don't know, it's quite a specific thing.
Yeah, you have to stick to relatively the franchise, don't you?
Yeah.
I'll be looking forward to that. Who's going to be the next Bond?
Don't know.
Yeah, I don't think they've announced it, have they? Or is
There's
it
a
just
couple of rumours, wasn't there? Like Idris
Yeah.
Elba was a strong rumour. I think Clive Earn was a rumour at one point.
I think what Robert Pattinson was also and still working.
Oh yeah.
I think Chris was in
Which
the
could
mix,
be
wasn't he?
because Christopher Nolan likes to use. Well, I don't know how much of a say he would have in who the next Bond is, but he likes to use the same actors in a lot of the stuff, doesn't
Yeah.
he, Christopher Nolan?
Well, I know
suppose-
I've ruled myself out, so it's not me.
Your
Just
secret agent days are at the bag aisle, feeling up bags.
Yeah, we moved to the bloody fish finger aisle.
Tom Hiddleston could be a good shout.
Oh, that would make me watch it. I'm not like a big James Bond person, really. I don't know. But Tom Hiddleston, I would watch it for that. I would watch it for him. Just to see how he plays the part. Like,
Yeah.
I think
I
he'd
think
be
he could be really good.
Changing the subject here. Thank goodness that's not scratched.
Oh,
They
yeah.
don't look after these, but thank goodness it didn't get scratched.
Yeah. That's a integral part of the build. That.
Yeah, I do think I would even expect them to even with like special bricks like that, just to give it a bit of extra protection, really.
Like film on it or something, yeah.
Yeah.
Just in the bag, innit, with all the rest. Yeah.
You can't treat that the same as like that sort of brick. You can't.
Yeah.
It does worry me on the Avengers Tower because of all the windows.
Yeah.
How that's going to be. Are they going to put them in separate bags? Or...
Trevor's just made the potential sales for that go right down.
But if you look at it, there's a hell of a lot of windows on both.
But then the Bugle didn't have loads of scratched windows. I don't remember people complaining.
Sort of a bit smaller ones, but yeah, I mean, that said, I mean, this is coming from a bunch of people who don't have the Bugle yet, so it's like...
They weren't scratched on mine. We'll see what it's like after I've...
Was it just all... Were they in like one bag all together, the windows?
I think so.
Not so bad when it's like that. It's when they're mixed in with other parts.
Yeah.
And the windows are like slightly curved corners, aren't they? They're not like sharp corners.
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
One thing that's upset me about the Avengers Tower, that there was an exclusive torso.
It's going to be bigger than the one you just built.
Exclusive torso on the Gringotts set. My actual favourite minifigure, this one, Bogrod, and one of the characters is wearing it. And the past couple of years, I've seen the Daily Bugle set. They keep pinching torsos from Harry Potter. They already had Ginny's shirt. Genuinely making this Scotland the Goblin's clothes now.
At least it's in a more expensive set, right? So
yeah,
and a taller one.
Cheaper one. Yours is of the cheaper set. You've got the lesser.
Oh my god, that's so funny. I'm getting so passionate about
just
stealing
get
from
that
my Harry
on
Potter
shelf.
theme.
That only just fits on his shelf. Look at that.
Did you know that would happen, or did you like measure it out and get ready to like move the shelf if it needed?
Yeah, I had it already. I knew it was all gonna fit, but it's not gonna stay there for too long. I'm gonna change up a few things because I want to get a case for it. You see, and I just don't want it there. What I intend to have there is the Hogwarts icon set. Giant Hedwig.
That is a cool one. Like I don't tend to collect Harry Potter stuff just because I know it's like an absolute endless rabbit hole because you just would want to build all the scenes. So I was like, I'm not going near that. But yeah, that's a cool one.
And call it OCD. I don't like sets that sort of creep over the actual shelf. This is a deep shelf and it still creeps over.
Yeah.
There's the Disney Castle as well, but not as bad as this.
Yeah. Did you get like a GWP with that? That was something I was like a wee bit. Oh, what happened with that when I was away?
I had quite a bit off them. I was a bit I was a bit ruthless with Lego, to be honest. But I'm not ashamed of myself. But
wait, how many did you get?
I got Gringotts at midnight. So when we finished here, So Matt was with me, Nicole was, and I got Gringotts, and then I got the gift with purchase, the Vault and the polybag. So I wasn't 100% aware that actually the GWPs will arrive in a different box, because I don't think they can all fit together. So it came in a separate package. But I had Gringotts, but my gift with purchases was nowhere to be seen. And they actually delivered my gift with purchase 4 houses down from where I live. And I was like, and I had it the day after as well. So I was just panicking a little bit. So I was wondering, where's my GWPs? Where are they? Where are they? and I spoke to Lego, and they gave me 3,200 points. And then 5 minutes later, my gift with purchases arrived. So I had Gringotts for over double points, and they gave me 3,200 points and another polybag. And so I basically had Gringotts with the GWPs with over double points. And then a couple of days later, I phoned them up again because there's a little mark on my on the box, and they gave me 600 points.
Wait, on the box of the GWP?
Oh no, on the actual Gringotts.
Oh, the big box.
Yeah.
Was there actually a mark on the box?
Yeah, there was a little dent.
How little?
I know, but I keep these ETF boxes. I do like the boxes in the box.
Was it like the front of the box? Was it like somewhere right? Like, was it
in the corner, at the front?
Have you got the box? Have you got the box there?
If you pull out an electron, if you pull out an electron microscope, you'll be able to see it.
So it wasn't too bad. So I got the Gringotts, I got the Volts, 2 polybags, and just shy of 7,000 points for it.
Are you not worried that they're going to put you on a list, though, being like, right, this guy might be a bit of a chancer, so we'll keep note of this in the future? In future, you might struggle.
I took a picture, so I said, look, I want to take a picture. I want to send it to you. You tell me what you think. And they said, yeah, it shouldn't have turned up like that. So, yeah.
Yeah, you shouldn't have dropped it like that, yeah.
You should have brought your anger about your lost GWP out on the box.
I know. But I don't know why, because it didn't have a different tracking number or anything. It was all one order. So I was just wondering why I got my Gringotts. And then I got the gift with purchase the day after, 4 doors down.
Yeah, I would be a wee bit like, what's going on? Because you can't really track that separately, can you?
No,
you don't track them. Yeah. And does
your postman dislike you?
Yeah, is it Royal Mail that brings them to you, or is it because with us?
Yeah, it's Royal Mail.
Was it? Oh, ours is always like DPD or something.
Yeah, my Lego orders the DPD.
Yeah, and they always they usually get them wrong, because we actually ended up with 2 office sets because they genuinely delivered it to like the wrong address, and it like came up that they delivered to the right address and all this kind of thing, and then eventually that found its way to us because we were on the chat saying like, this hasn't come to us, where have you gone? So the guy had to be like, go back to that house and got it. And it's because the print of the address was like missing half of the number of our address. But it wasn't the number that he then took it to. So this guy obviously went, you know what, for God's sake, I just want to end my shift. So he just threw it at this one address. And they obviously didn't go, no. But in that time, we'd said, we want one. So we ended up with 2.
Yeah,
that
I
was
had the same
genuine.
Thing, like a TIE Fighter and Batman tumbler, like little ones, where they didn't turn up, and then I got in touch with customer service and they sent them through, and then they both arrived at the same time. Just like, oh, okay, yeah. I ended up giving them away, so I didn't feel too bad about it.
I had a delivery once from DPD that they said they'd attempt to deliver it twice, but they hadn't even left a card or anything. And then I looked on the tracking on Lego.com, and it was on its way back. I thought he hadn't even tried.
I've had this before. DPD are really bad for that.
Yeah, so they hadn't even attempted, or they didn't try to. Sent it back, and Lego dispatched another order for me. I thought, the amount of money they must waste.
Yeah.
They're really
They are
bad for
good,
that.
though. Customer service, they are good.
Yeah.
I'm just checking my order now, actually, just to see.
The thing is, you spend a lot of money in it. You want the best in class of everything. Not just like the set, but also how it gets delivered and everything.
Tracking is not available.
I've hardly
That's
ordered
good.
anything from.
Yeah.
Ooh. So that means it hasn't left their warehouse yet, then.
Well, I think it says.
Or
Yeah.
no,
Still
maybe it
trying.
means it hasn't come over to this country because it comes from Denmark, right?
It's probably
Yeah.
still in
Or
customs, isn't it?
Poland or somewhere. It's not. Yeah,
It
probably. in
says
customs.
You know,
shit. Oh, great! Look, guys, we're with DPD. It's looking good. It's looking good. Dang it!
Other well-known parcel companies are available, obviously. We're not
I
just
think this
saying
one
about those.
This one I genuinely will probably have to send away for another one, and I will just end up with the one. Like, I don't think I'll ever see this one.
Can you get it sent to a different address and then just?
I don't think you can, because I think it says on the Lego website like this can't be changed or cancelled, or like, but you cannot do anything. You just have to let. Yeah, it's coming from Belgium.
Yeah, so it might be just going through customs.
Like Chris rightly said, we spend, they're not cheap, these kits that we're buying. We spend a lot of money on our hobby, and we want to receive them in good condition and correctly, don't we? We don't want to be keep chasing.
I'd rather get it quicker than the box be better condition. It takes so long to get stuff direct from Lego compared to anywhere else.
Yeah.
I think they just, last time I rang, they just said bear with us because, especially, I think it was around release day where I couldn't get to the store, so I ordered online, and they said we've just been inundated with the orders. I think it's the time Gringotts came out, actually. Just bear with us, we're catching up on orders.
Yeah, I guess they're only human, but yeah, it takes ages. Good. Okay.
I'm going to be more anxious to order stuff online now coming up for Christmas because all the couriers and stuff are just going to be so busy.
Yeah.
But,
well, that's when things get lost as well.
Yeah.
Supposedly. But yeah, no, a lot of stuff does get lost. Or it's like, oh, I hope they don't go on another strike or something.
The couriers won't. They're all on 0-hour contracts, so they can't go on strike, right? But
but last year you had Royal Mail, which was doing it for like prolonged periods, so that meant everybody else was using the other couriers, so they were completely overloaded.
Knock-on effect.
Yeah, you go onto their websites and things like that, and you try to order something, and it's like, we're just not doing it because due to Royal Mail, our number of packages that we're handling have gone up 300% or something crazy. Like, it's just
Would they have announced any strikes by now? There's not been talk of strikes at all, has there?
Not that we know of.
Well, they usually save. It's like, when will we get the most leverage? Oh, the weeks be just in the lead up to Christmas.
Yeah, I feel for the people working for Royal Mail because it sounds horrific, but the timing of it was so annoying.
Yeah,
it definitely had the desired impact. But now I hardly use Royal Mail as a result of it, so I feel like you kind of, if you're limiting the business, you're potentially putting your job at risk as well. I don't know. I won't go into the whole ins and outs of strikes. That's a whole topic in itself.
Jake, I remember some random lady coming with a package to the house, and she was like, I found this in the middle of the street. I think it goes here. It was my Lego store order.
What? In the middle of the street?
I shouldn't laugh. But
screw this. That is crazy.
I'm not going to even attempt a house. I'll just put it in the middle of the road.
It'll find its way.
It sounds like it's broken.
Or they probably thought it's kind of like, when you're waiting on a takeaway and everyone's like looking at the curtain. So they probably think, I could probably just leave it here and the person's probably watching me anyway. They'll come and get it.
I'll get it there, yeah. So, you got Trevor there? What you got for us?
There you go, all finished.
Looks good.
Nice.
Perfect sticker in there, look. You admire that?
Do you use a brick separator for your stickers, or is it?
Technical tweezers. You don't mind.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, good model that is. Good build. Yeah, really nice.
The only thing which, was the thing at the time when it's come out is why they have studs on the bonnet or the
yeah,
front.
people. Yeah. I've noticed a couple of people have got rid of them and just put plates over them. Yeah,
it's just some basic plates, job done. It's like
I don't understand that myself because a lot of them are finished off, like the roof is, all nice and smooth. So yeah, I don't really get that. But apart from that, it's a cool little build. I can go with the rest of Tom's collection now.
Nice.
I like the way that they've did the rear headlights, the inner two with the circle, and it's what do they call that? It's like a minifigure backpack sort of holder.
That goes over the top. Yeah. That's nice. And then you've got the neons, which represent the neon lights underneath.
Yeah, it's a nice detail. That.
I think you get a little light kit for that as well.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Yeah.
Yeah. I've even done a review on it. So.
Yeah.
Oh, well done.
Yeah, good little kit.
But the kit was, I think, almost twice as expensive as the car. So.
Yeah, that's the trouble.
That's the trouble with them. But no, it's just sort of getting all sorts of different light kits and sort of want to go through and sort of do own mocks and things like that, having at least an idea of some ideas, the problem-solving approaches. But the car ones, like particularly that car, because you get lights for all four headlights in the front and the back. Like there's a lot of wires to go into that thing.
And the trouble is, it's such a small, compact area to hide all of those wires in as well.
Yeah. It's more, the wires you can hide relatively easy. It's the battery pack. It's like... And I still yet to understand. Apparently you can. I was having a chat to somebody at Steam, but you can run those lights. They're starting to, other third parties are running them off like watch batteries or I think the CR20 batteries.
That's a good idea.
Because most LED lights take next to no power, so you don't need a big 9-volt sort of thing there.
There's one company that does a brick, a power brick that you can put into your sets and plug your lights in that way, and it's made to go in. I think they devised it for Ninjago City Gardens, where I think they got on the lift, or was it the market? Yeah, the one with the lift.
Yeah,
it'd be the markets, wouldn't it? Yeah. So they actually put the power brick inside that enable you to move the lift. It had a light inside, a little power brick. I can't remember the company that did it, but every time I've had a look for these, they've always been sold out online.
Because I think they're
popular. Is it like My Bricks?
My Brick did one for that, I think.
Yeah.
So is it just because that company have done that for that design for that set? Or I did wonder, because obviously I was like, I can't get into Ninjago as well, because that's a whole other theme. But like that set, I remember looking at it being like, does the cable car move?
Yes,
so
it does. Yeah.
But it's not. Then it's not going to be motorized or anything, so you'd have to do that yourself.
Yeah. But it's just a way that they did put lights inside and allow you to still have the momentum of the lift.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'd love like something like that, but I feel like the next winter collection has to be like a big ski lift thing or something like that. I think that'd be really cool.
They've got the ski slope, haven't they? A ski lift would be cool, like a proper like Swiss red cable car or something.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Monarchs come up here. I think they seem to slip up every big release day. If it isn't the website, it's the shipping delays. I know it's unpredictable as how popular, but I still avoid online like the plague with new sets. Yeah, I think even when we did the Gringotts, because I think we finished the stream, and then I think Chris and Nicole, Lady McBrick, were there doing it, and I think Chris was trying to do it first, and Lady McBrick came in, had no problems with her order, got it straight away. And then, Chris, you were still struggling with it for a bit.
Other way around.
Or was it the other way around, was it? Okay.
Yeah. I got mine within 10 minutes. Nicole was 10 hours.
Yeah, in fact, that was the same night I tried to do an order because I wanted the Gringotts Vault. That's when I bought the Harry Potter set, and I struggled. It kept saying there was nothing in my
that's right.
cart to check out with, and yet I did. I put like 3 sets in there. But
You'd think they've got that down by now because that's been going on for at least a year. There's plenty of time to sort that out.
Like how early do you guys go on, like running up to like the midnight on a release day? How early do you get on there and get your stuff in? Like obviously you can't put things in your basket if it's not
up
out
a few minutes early. Well, they used to.
Yeah.
Like 5 minutes early, you used to be able to get it at like 5 to midnight.
The problem is you can go on early and refresh, and then all of a sudden you're in a queue. Bang on midnight. You just put in a queue. Bang on midnight.
But if you don't refresh, so if you go like on the website like an hour early and you don't refresh, and then you refresh you start shopping like at midnight.
You'd have to refresh.
Yeah, because the items that you want don't appear to. You don't have the buy. It just says coming soon unless you refresh, and then it says buy now.
Oh, so you're trying to refresh and refresh until it lets you buy them or put you in the queue. Oh, that's very confusing.
Yeah,
and then all of a sudden you just put in a queue.
Yeah, I mean that Gringotts was the very first set I bought at midnight.
Bought Lion Knight's Castle at midnight, thinking it was going to sell out. Never sold out.
That's a hard thing not knowing though, isn't it? You just don't know something.
Yeah.
I tell you a set I've noticed that's on back order a lot, and that's Concord. That's always on back order. Yeah.
It's a good deal though, isn't it?
Yeah.
70 quid, and it's massive. Even I've been tempted by one, and I don't know why.
Wicked Brick had just bought out a wall-mounted display that goes on the wall that can hold it.
Oh, that's
cool.
an
idea. That's an idea.
Does it have a case around it as well, or is it just?
You can buy one with just a case, but the wall mount is just a wall mount, just holds it to the wall. That it doesn't protect it from any dust. No, thought about having it at the top of the stairs, coming down on the wall. I do like it, but it's like, where are you going to put it?
Yeah, it's massive.
But things that go on the wall, like I'm looking at that Spider-Man art set, things like that. You know, I'm looking at wall space because you'll probably have more wall space, Bonnie, when you move. You know, you can get into all the art sets then.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably I've already got in my head that I'm going to cut up some of my boxes, like the ones that I like the art, like the pictures of, and frame them and make them sort of their own art. So we're going to finally go through the boxes because we've at the beginning we were like, oh, keep all the boxes, keep all the instruction manuals, but we're going to purge a lot of them.
Have you scanned them?
Not yet. No, I know not to. I know not to.
Yeah, I was going to say, don't get rid of any.
No, so it's the manuals you have to keep, right? And then where's the QR code on it though? Is it this one on the back?
Right on the front. Right on the front. On the front.
This doesn't have one though.
Oh, interesting. Maybe it's on the first page. What about if it's inside? They're usually right on the front of the.
Yeah, because the one I've done, this one, look, it's got one on the front.
There's just the one on the back, but that's like scan this QR code.
No, it's the one on the front. That one won't work.
Yeah, strange. Mine's in the front as well.
Yeah,
that's interesting.
Maybe it's just certain sets. I thought it included all sets.
Everything apart from Brickheads don't have them.
Some brickheads do have them.
Okay.
There's a QR code here on the box.
No, I don't think
it's normally going to be on the manual, on the instruction manual. I noticed on the instruction booklets for Tom's brick sketches, they haven't got them either. We went through all them. There's no barcodes on them. Maybe there isn't one on that set then. I don't know. It's weird.
I wonder why some don't.
That's why I wonder why doesn't Brickheads have codes?
I wonder if it's anything to do with how long they're going to be around for. Because is that Haunted Mansion retiring?
Yeah, maybe they don't bother with sets. They either know they're going to retire, or because this obviously I bought this recently. This hasn't been in the backlog or
Yeah,
anything.
it
So
only
it
came
could
out
have been,
this year, didn't it?
but it could have been manufactured technically recently. So they probably thought, let's not bother putting the QR code because we don't care
Yeah.
about that. But
Maybe
like,
it saves
yeah, your big
money.
sets to gauge if it's worth keeping on the shelf longer. Because brickheads, they tend to have a shelf life. Like
Short
that's
shelf
across
life,
the
don't
board.
they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't matter what the theme is or whatever. Like it's pretty much decided, and maybe that's
But then
why.
I think off the top of my head, the Star Wars, like the Endor 5 pack of brickheads, I think that's got a barcode, but that's going to only be on the
That's
shelves for like
retiring.
6 months.
That's retiring at the end of the year, is it not?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't know. I think I need to grab that one. I don't know if we've got that one. I don't think we do, but that was like at the top of Ian's bricks recommendations for ones to grab. That was like his
Yeah, I
number
do
one
like
spot.
it. It's
Yeah.
a good one.
So I can't remember if we've got it. I don't think we do.
There's a couple of definitely there's Star Wars ones, and there's a couple of Minecraft ones too, which are also very short, about 6 to 9 months as well.
Oh, that's a good point from Tech, is because they're Lego Store exclusives. So they've got the details there already.
That is a good point, actually.
But they sell that set other places.
Oh, do they?
I think so. Do they not? I think I've seen it in Smith's.
I think it'd be because I thought they were exclusive, and then plus the Disney Store would have it.
Yeah. I think it
I
does.
saw it on sale one time at the Disney Store because those ones generally never go on sale. So you generally have to use it like an AFOL or something like that to make it.
So maybe it's just sets that they might ever discount. So if they're like cheap sets already that they know they wouldn't ever discount, really, they don't bother. I don't know. Someone just email Lego. Why?
Why? I want my 12.5p, damn it.
I know. I wonder what their response would be though if you contact customer service being like, just want to know why certain sets don't have barcodes for scanning. I wonder what their like response has to be to that.
Well, because some people, so AV Bricks did that when he scanned a load of stuff and loads of instructions didn't have it, and he went to customer service and they gave him like 3,000 points or something. Yeah.
Which is way in advance of anything you'd ever scan, unless you're like, it's like it's 3,000 points. That's like close to what is it? About 30? No, 8,000 is 50.
It's 15. Is between 15 and 20 quid.
Yeah.
But whether I'm sure that's an exaggeration. I think Kerry gave that number, but I know he did give him points. Which seemed funny because you would expect them to be like, "Oh, tough luck." There just isn't a code on that one.
Yeah.
Okay, how many sets do you have? 20. Okay, we'll give you 20 times 20 points. Here's 400 points.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter. We'll just give you 3,000 points.
Is it pretty easy to scan them all? Because I've honestly not even looked at it yet. Like I'm
Yeah.
doing that.
It took me about half an hour.
They ask you a math question now. I don't know if they did before.
What?
Yeah, whenever I scanned them, only just started scanning some recently.
Yeah, that's only just when you log in, though. You didn't have to keep doing that.
Oh, really? If you do one after the other?
Yeah.
Oh, is it just on login?
Well,
Okay.
I think it comes down to if you've still got the cookie sitting there, because I only had to do the thing once, and then even today when the kids were building something, I scanned something, and it just went straight through.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, be on your session then.
Has anyone tried to scan the same one twice, or are they really unique, or like, how do they know?
Yeah, I've tried it. It won't go through. You have to do it the once.
It says, "Oh, you've already done this." So.
Yeah, but what if you have more than one of the same set? Is it a different barcode? Or...
Different barcode, yeah.
Yeah, it's a different one, yeah. So you can have like 4 or 5 of the same
wizardry is this?
Yeah.
That's why
it's like every barcode is a snowflake. Everyone is different.
That's one way to look at it.
Yeah.
You can tell it's late, and I'm like, no.
Keep going.
This is bizarre.
I'll just make a note of that clip time.
It's just like me mind farting, like trying to catch up on like 4 months of like lost time. Like
Yeah, it's quite funny because I haven't had this like conversation in a while. Like, there's loads of talk when it first came out, so it's quite it's interesting to like see you having to figure out, like we all had to figure out.
I might message customer service, be like, so is every barcode like a snowflake, just to see what they say. Who's this special person, and I have to explain to them that they can't get any points because it doesn't have a barcode.
That would be pretty interesting to see what the response is, because you are setting them up. It's like, there is a gold mine here.
Yeah. That's so funny. So strange.
Are they all special little snowflakes? Like, yes.
And then
and
then I get upset when I can't get like the QR code and start being like just having a tantrum, and to be like, this person's a snowflake. Because as you say, it'll be like there won't be very many points for that price is set anyway. So, but yeah, it'll be interesting to like look through all of the manuals that we've got in the loft, and actually see what ones don't have. Because I think at the beginning we bought quite a lot of the small 3-in-1 creator sets. Would they have them? They're quite small. I wouldn't have thought they would have.
I'm trying to remember.
Yeah,
some of them are fair size.
If it just comes down to if it's only sold sort of in Lego store, a lot of those creator 3-in-1s are just everywhere. So
yeah, they're probably the most likely to have the barcode, right? If it's all for tracking purposes.
Yeah.
But I can get rid of the boxes though. There's no hidden points in those, right?
That we know of.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, even these sorts of things, like when they first said, "Oh, you're going to have this," and you're thinking, "What did they do it on the boxes?" Because the instructions you can sort of see, like the ink, it's just slightly not as dark. So obviously they do the instructions as normal, and then put it through a second time, and each one is being generated uniquely. Which, if you were doing that with external box packaging, that would be a nightmare.
Yeah.
So
I might get one of those special pens and just run a light, like one of those ones that has like the light thing on it. What's it called? Just check if there's any like
light or something.
Yeah, just check if there's any like hidden messages on the boxes. Like, I don't know. Special words. Or like Braille or something. I don't know. I'm trying to work it out.
And you'll have your partner in the background just sort of filming you. It's sort of like, who's the crazy lady?
Feeling the box. Know what's on this box. Well, you'll know I've worked something out if I've like
somewhere.
Yeah, you'll know I've worked something out if I suddenly have like all of my dream wish list of sets, because I've managed to accumulate like thousands and thousands of points.
You've cracked the code.
Yeah.
But there's that competition in there where you can win your £1,000 wish list.
Is it only £1,000?
Yeah.
Only. Yeah.
Only is the right word when it comes to Lego, though. But yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, these days it's all like, what's that? 2 sets?
Yeah.
A Rivendell and a UCS.
Yeah, it's not 2 UCS sets. Unless you get the land speeder.
When do you think we'll start to see more images of the Orient Express? And
when's it rumored to be out? Is it out this year or next year?
No, it was meant to be out this month. This month, or was it next month? Yeah, this year.
1st of November, right?
Yeah, it's the sort of thing at one stage it was sort of like rumoured that it might be pushed back. But I guess if you've been in it's almost
going to be 1st of November, though. They would have surely put pictures out now, wouldn't they? Well, where are we on?
That's what I'm thinking.
Is that the next release date? I don't freaking know anymore. Is it 1st of November?
Although, well, it's not always the 1st of the month, is it? There's
Okay.
like various points throughout the month, but mostly 1st of the month, isn't it?
Okay.
Is anybody getting it?
We'll wait to see the review. I did see somebody say it's basically a recolored Hogwarts.
That's correct.
Yeah, it was Chris. That was Chris who said that.
Yeah. Probably more towards the Hogwarts Express Hogsmeade Village Station version. But for scale, I don't think it competes with the Ultimate Collector's Hogwarts Express. Now that is a big beefy train that is. And yeah, it's just Hogwarts Express painted blue.
Is the engine better on the Hogwarts Express? People have been complaining a lot about the engine, haven't they? For the Orient Express.
The engine. Do you want me to show you the scale? Because people I was watching ACAB, and they were sort of like talking about the size of it. And let's see if I can do this without dropping it. Yeah.
Is anyone buying an
Okay,
advent
yeah.
calendar? I'm just looking
No.
at the like website now. Oh, sorry.
Huge.
Mm.
That's the collector's edition.
Yeah, it's not the.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a beast. It's huge.
So that's not like, I know it's a collector's edition anyway, so it's not meant to be in like a city on tracks or anything. But is that kind of still minifig scale?
It is. Well, it depends. Everyone has their own views on what minifig scale sets are. For me, that's like the best in terms of minifig scales. Yeah.
Mm. I remember seeing it in like when it first came out on display in the store and thought it looked really good. Like that's one you need a case for.
Yeah,
like it looked
definitely.
really good in a case. There you go.
Yeah, because I think that's the thing with the Orient Express is it's going to be like so that you can put it on normal stand Lego track, but it seems that the front part of the engine's been compromised so much from the original design. So people then start looking, going, actually, well, given that the Hogwarts Express, the one, the big one that Chris has got there, maybe doing it on its unique own track and as a display piece is actually not a bad idea.
Yeah, because I wouldn't be fussed about having it on proper size track or whatever, standard track. I'm not going to set up a whole
No, I wouldn't either.
system.
No, I've got a track.
It's just two different kinds of buyers, because to be fair, when that Hogwarts Collection one came out, do you not remember? It was just like a whole uproar because people were really annoyed you couldn't go on track. So
Kind
it's
of
like
weird, getting into
it's just
that.
it's just because you've got either like people wanting to buy a new train that comes out either for just purely display, which I guess is a lot of you guys really, and then like people that have cities and want to add it to a city.
Yeah, exactly.
So
it's like the Orient Express. It wouldn't bother me if they did it just for display, like the same size as what Chris was just showing. It wouldn't bother me, but I think they had that much hate about what happened that they've just ran it on track, haven't they, or made it to run on track.
Yeah.
The thing is, when the Hogwarts Ultimate Collector's Edition came out, there was already a Hogwarts Express on the shelves. The King's Cross one.
Yeah. Well, there's two now, isn't there? There's the Hogmeade one that they've done as well.
That's right.
Yeah.
So that's because there's so many Harry Potter fans out there that are crazy and they will buy every single one.
I think that's also an important thing, right? Because it was the Harry Potter fans were the target audience, not necessarily train fans.
Yeah.
Like whereas with this, I think is
More train
fans. Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like I can't really talk to trains or like say like, oh, I'd love it if it was like similar scale to Hogwarts and that, because I'm probably not the target audience for it. Whereas there's loads of train fans who take it really seriously. And
I just think for me as well, a collector, and I like to display them. I haven't got a train. It'd be nice to have a train to display.
Well, this is why I'm building the ship, because it'd be cool just to have a ship to display.
Yeah, I like to vary. I like to have. My range is obviously the Avatar ones that I've managed to get every set that's going, but anything else, I like to just mix and match, and just if it takes me fancy, I'll buy it, build it, and display it. Which is the majority of everything that bloody comes out.
Give it a little while, you run out of space.
I'm not so bad as I used to be. I've calmed down a little bit. Eased off a little bit. Bonnie got it right. You've got to sometimes just take a step back. I always remember her saying that. You can't collect everything.
Yeah. I was going to say, like, it wasn't even my intention to go totally cold turkey, but actually doing that, it really did make me realize, like, my spending up to that point had been so unsustainable, and like smarter with it. Like, prioritize things that are retiring and like can't always get things on release day and stuff. So like I
It
really
does make
want
you
I really
think.
want like
Yeah.
Gringotts, but that's not happening anytime soon. And yeah,
Sorry,
it's just
didn't you just buy a new, bigger house so you can fit more Lego? What?
yeah, but like so much of that Lego you guys don't even know that I have because it's like had to live in the loft from pretty much day one because there's just nowhere to put it. Because like I'm one of those people that wants to have like a city. So a lot of like stuff that I kind of tend to buy maybe fits around that sort of thing. So yeah, things that I'll display, I'll maybe buy cases for and stuff and display them
I did
properly.
think when I first stumbled across your channel, the first
Mhm.
video I watched of yours was that Disney review, you know, the brickheads.
Oh, yeah, good one to
That
kick
was
it off.
brilliant. Yeah, that was. You were so informative about that. You could tell that you knew your stuff, that Disney was your thing. And then the second video you brought out, you were showing your collection. I thought, where does this woman sleep? Where does she eat? It's like everywhere you turn with the camera, there's more Lego.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, I thought I was bad. That was so.
Yeah,
well,
no,
you
I've had a
put it
few comments
everywhere.
now,
Yeah.
like people basically saying, "Have you actually got Lego in every single room?" And it got to a point where there
Yeah.
all pretty much almost was. Like, I had like the haunted house, which is retiring this year, is one of the first sets that I got. It's definitely up there in my top 2 favorite builds of all time. It's so much fun to build. I could not recommend it more for people to buy it before it
I'm
retires.
so close to getting that before
It's
it.
so
Is that the one
good,
with
but
like the lift in it? The tall
yeah,
one? Yeah.
sometimes like
yeah.
so that ended up in the hallway because it got downgraded because it was in the living room and I needed the space for that, so that went in the
That's
hallway.
about 250 quid in Smith, that is.
Yeah, because it
It's
was like
so worth it.
170 at one point before the price increase. I think it was
Mm.
180, 170, and I came so close to getting it.
Yeah.
I can't remember if we got it before the price. I don't think we did. I think that like the price increase happened just as I was getting into Lego, unfortunately. But like sometimes I would just like walk past it in the hall and just like go tick, 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 and just play with it. Like it's just so fun. Like such a good build. But yeah, like that's packed away now. Yeah, I had to think where that is. And then like the Disney castle, the first one that used to be above the computer, is now in the bedroom. Until the move. Like yeah, we've just got like, and then there was like fake Lego, shall we call it, in the bathroom.
In the bathroom, wow.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. It's not like it was like on the sink or anything or in the bath. It was like well actually to be fair, there's been Lego in the bathroom day one technically, because if you count Duplo. But no, it was like we have like the shelf that's kind of like above the bath. Like our bathroom doesn't really have like, and all these houses and flats in this area are the same, and the bathrooms don't really have proper windows. They have like these like really small ones that you couldn't even like sneak out of. Not you'd have to sneak out, like break out of if there was like a fire or something. Like you couldn't fit. So there's like this really nice shelf. Like I wish I could just show you, but I can't move the camera. But yeah, it's like there was like a just shelf there, and it just like you could put stuff up there. Like I had fake plants up there, and then I was like, I'll have to put Popeye up there. There's nowhere else for him to go. So he was there. I don't think there's technically any Lego in Nova's room for obvious reasons.
The mermaid set would be a good one for a bathroom. Windows.
Yeah, yeah. I just still can't quite decide on it. That's very much like on the same page as the Frozen Castle for me. Like the Frozen Castle, I just feel like surely it's a given that they're going to do a new one, like more like an 18+ one that'll be amazing. That'll be so much better. So I don't know if I just should hold off and pray for that day to come, because I'm just not. I don't think
for
I'm
the Little Mermaid?
For the ice castle, but I feel like the same
sorry.
for the Little Mermaid one. Like I feel like they might do.
No, they.
I don't know.
Given how poorly the film was, I don't think they will.
But if they do like a OG Little Mermaid sort of set or something like that instead, because I don't feel like I'd need like that set and then like another one sort of thing. I don't know. I feel like there would be some satisfaction for me personally, being a massive Disney fan, to have like every Disney set there is, but some of them I'm just not sold on. So I'm not just going to spend the money for that reason. So, yeah. But I will buy 2 Disney castles that look very similar, just with different colours. So when I'm like sounding like I'm like judging these people that buy multiple trains that look the same, like Harry Potter fans, like I'm not judging, because I have both Disney castles. So, yeah.
I think you can still buy the exclusive display case for the Disney Castle.
Can't you? I thought it sold out because I've been looking on Wicked Brick a lot, like the last day and few days.
I'm not sure if it is.
I don't think it is. But even if it were, so this is my rule of thumb that will help me work out what cases I'm going to get. If it can go in a city, it's not going to be in a case because it'll go in the city. So like a castle or like the Up House or something like that. But things that are like a diorama or like my Mickey Mini that have like the wee camera, the little Disney Castle. Haven't worked out the brick heads yet. I kind of want to be able to display them quite nicely. Maybe with like the Wicked Brick do like the nice brickhead stands, don't they? Might do something like that, but
yeah.
Tech saying he's committed to every Disney minifigure, mini doll. I'm past that. Like I didn't get into Lego soon enough to do that, and I'm not backtracking now. There's just no way. I've still got so many of CMF1 to get, and that's going to cost me a bomb. So, but yeah, and then the mini dolls. I feel like again that would just be for being a completionist. I don't really feel like I'm actually convinced on enough of them. But there's like certain ones that I want, but I'd have to buy the set. So there's like the little Jasmine set that comes with Raja. I just want Raja, the tiger. I don't want to have to buy the mini doll set. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, if anyone's got Raja, let me know. But yeah.
Put the call out.
Yeah, but that's how I'm like doing my whole like from a practical point of view of like what I'm going to buy cases for. If they're like display sets, Disney, I'll buy a case probably if they make a case for it. But otherwise, because they are making Wicked Brick are doing one for the Agrabah set, even though that's Disney Princess branding. So they obviously think, right, that's supposed to be a display piece that people will want a case for. So sometimes I find it interesting what they make cases for. I don't always know. Yeah.
And Benji's coming in right at the end there. Going well. How's things with you?
Hey, Benji.
I think we're starting to butt up against time, and we sort of finished most of what I was sort of working on. So I might just go around and do a quick little recap on what people have built, anything coming up on your socials, and yeah, let's start with Maxine or Bonnie.
Yeah. Well, I finished my build for today, which I showed earlier, but for anyone that didn't see, so I was doing the Haunted Mansion. In terms of my channel, there'll be very, very little sort of anything like live or like that going on because I am about to move house next week, hopefully. But I do have a couple of videos that I need to get out before then. So watch this space. And that's it.
Cool. Excellent. Sounds like a bit of a deadline. Yes, must get out before move.
Yes.
Cool. Well, yeah, it's great having you back on and seeing you again. And obviously, when it comes to moving house and doing that and everything else, life gets in the way and happens. So, it's been great to see you in again. So,
well, thank you for having me. And if you want to watch all the turmoil, then I'll probably post like the old picture and stuff on Instagram. But I'll do a proper vlog of like the. Oh, it's gonna be. I'll not use words. But it's gonna be. Not looking forward to it. Not following his logic of how we're doing it.
At least it'll be short. It'll be short-lived.
I don't know if it will, Ollie. This is the issue.
I don't know. Going between a flat, your old place and a new place, I spent far too long. Part of me was like, why didn't we just do it? Get out, rip the band-aid off. I was like, well.
Yeah. Well, hopefully. Fingers crossed.
You'll get it done. You'll be fine. Brick Askew, what have you sort of been working through this evening, and what do you got coming up?
I am building a ship, and that's as far as I've got, as plus the base bit, which actually it's built up since last showed it. So there's that, and then that's the base. Admittedly, I'm probably not gonna keep the base because I just want the ship. But you kind of have to build it to get to making the ship, which is kind of annoying, but it is what it is. And then what am I up to? Not much. coming on here next week. And yeah, that's about it.
Okay, good. Yeah, no, sometimes sort of just plodding away with things. So excellent. Yeah, and that is that Pirates of Barracuda Bay is a really nice set. So it's good that you've got it because that retired quite some time ago now.
Yeah.
All right then. And moving on, One Brick Stud. What have you been sort of working on and things coming up on your socials?
Well, at the start of this stream, I had a sealed Emperor's Throne Room, and now it's finished. Yeah,
brilliant.
Absolutely delighted with it.
You managed to get your rod sorted.
Yeah, I had to really bend it.
Yeah, the force was strong with you.
Yeah, I had to bend it. I had to use both hands as well. Yeah, but we got there in the end. In regards
Don't ask him what's coming up on his socials after that.
yeah.
Oh my god, guys. Come on.
Yeah, I'm sponsored by OnlyFans now.
What Trevor's the first fan.
But yeah, other than that, I'm going to be on here again this week. I hope, if Matt allows me to continue, and I might just do the usual updates. You know, I'm like I've said before, I'm not technologically savvy. Learned what a reel was the other day. But no, just taking pictures.
Sorry, I'm not laughing at that.
But yeah, other than that, just not a lot really. Just continuing to do this, and oh dear, this could be, you know when you have your intro bit, you know. There we go.
Noted.
Yeah, no, just on here, and you know, and just you know, call it ignorant, but just enjoying everybody else's content as well. You know, everyone's producing a lot of good stuff out there, and yeah, that's it from me.
Okay, great. And I was just wondering whether your light is your camera's having a few issues, or you've actually gone that shade of red.
I was wondering that as well, but I didn't want to.
Well, a little bit red. No, I have to go from red, but then I go immediately like white as well. But I sort out my lighting as well.
Oh no, you got red again.
I always say I look like a blood donor that doesn't say no. But, yeah,
he's blushing.
Yeah.
Anyhow, if you can hold it together for long enough, that's a terrible segue.
Oh my god.
Anyhow, Trevor.
I'm going to wait for another 4 months. Go back to my cave.
See, this is what happens when we don't have a soaker. Sorry, Trevor.
Right,
yeah, coming up on your socials and what you've been.
I've built the Nissan Skyline GTR. Very enjoyable build. This got some interesting techniques. Really do recommend it if you haven't been out and got this one. Nice little set to build that. In terms of socials, I'm working on a couple of shorts as we go towards Halloween. Sort of the stop motion that I've recently done. I think it deserves that. And if you haven't already watched it, then please do head over to my channel and watch Hocus Pocus. I've got a lot of love, a lot of feedback. I'm overwhelmed by everybody's comments, including yourselves. I just want to say thank you. It's been a pleasure to make, and it's a pleasure that everybody's enjoying it. So yeah, I thank you very much, and thanks for having me on.
Brilliant. Yeah, no, it's definitely, if you haven't seen it, go and check it out. It's some great stuff in there, and as sort of said, the broom's fantastic, and it's you get to the end of it, it's like, yeah, it felt like you've kind of built it and everything. So that's great with that. And yeah, I suppose just moving on, just I've sort of been working on is this little Sonic and Robotnik. I'm not even sure if that's
it's a great build.
Yeah, it's a really interesting sort of build, and
it's even in the original, like, because that was the very first games I played with Sega Mega Drive 1 and 2, and I was obsessed with Sonic. And I think that was actually in the original games, but I think it was on a level where it's in space. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, because I at the time played both the Mega Drive and the Master System one, and they were different games. And yeah, 1 and 2 blur together. And even on some of the mocks which I've done, the number of people come into the comments and it's like, no, that was in Sonic 1 and you've done Sonic 2. And it's like, okay, engagement, thank you. So the weird thing about this build is you don't put this little backpack in right till the end. So you've got this chest piece here, which when you put it in, it just keeps on moving, and you're sort of looking at it and going, have I built this wrong? What's sort of going on? Like, because when you put this in here, there's just some little pins in the back there, and it just pushes them all the way out. It's one of the strangest mechanisms, because it doesn't actually do anything other than hold in place. And it's like, this is built at the beginning and this is built towards the end. So, and then I think Chris was saying a bit earlier, that's the minifigure.
Cool, that's really good.
What?
That is.
I've never seen a torso piece like that before.
Yeah, no, it's
that is so minifig.
Wait, is the head attached to it?
Yeah, it's just one.
That doesn't look like Lego at all.
Yeah.
It reminds me of Playmobil.
Yeah.
Because that's the head is completely attached. It's and then as a piece, like obviously the legs just come off, and the arms you did actually have to attach to it. The arms remind me a little bit, but they're not quite, of the Electronic Mario one, but they're a bit more square and the hands are bigger. Like, so these are probably minifig hands, and it's a really interesting little figure. And then you've got a little speed dash rampy thing. Too scared to give it a...
You'll be having a go on that tomorrow.
Yeah. Another random side build. So anyhow, that's what I've sort of been up to. For me, this Saturday, I think it's 3 p.m. UK time. What is that? 10 a.m. EST American. Going to be doing the family builds. So be on there with the kids, and a couple other people are coming on having kids, and just be building and chatting. So if you can pop along to that. Recently,
but they're having kids on the stream. That's amazing.
Yeah, you've
quite
really
early in the day for that.
When is there ever the right time of day for that?
Can't really comment on that. So otherwise, done a video, and on Rubrical there's free instructions for a little chopper guy here. It works out. There's about 10 pounds worth of parts in that. Otherwise, Steam video I did on the White Castle, which I did some mocks, a giant 500,000 piece thing. So yeah, go and check that out. And I think otherwise that's pretty much all the good stuff. Just while I'm still here, see the poll. Let's get to that. It was about Bricklink, what to do when the order's short, and just close that off now. And most people, 80%, were saying that they would contact and try to get a replacement. 15% don't worry about it, and 5% don't know what Bricklink is as such. So thanks everyone who did the poll with that there. Just quickly going through, lots of people in the chat tonight, which has been great. So we had Tech, Benji Russell, Monarch, Jake Eric, Redmond, Simon, Val V Beats, Cabbage, I think Bazzer, and Brett's Builds and Bricky TY were in much earlier. And I think that should be most things. Does anybody else want to say anything before we sort of get out of here? Oh, share.
I just want to wish Bonnie all the very best with her move.
Yeah, best of luck.
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm going to need it, but yeah. much appreciated. I can tell I'm not looking forward to it. I hate moving, and I've moved a lot in my life, but never since I've started collecting Lego. And now it's the Lego that's the biggest pain in the butt.
Yes, I have a similar situation.
Yeah, you'll know exactly what I'm talking
Yeah.
about. Just got to get it done.
Just get it done. There's always a little bit of a hiccup, but I'm sure you'll get through it. And I do say that moving can be one of the most stressful things anyhow. So just do what you can to get through it. So, but hopefully it goes well. And we will know that you'll have a few things to do. But hopefully we can see you back soon again. And certainly been great having you on and catching up.
Yeah, thank you again for having me back on, because I know I've been AWOL, so I was like, am I going to come back on ever? But it's been lovely to catch up with everyone. And as I said, it'll be like a few weeks, if not potentially a month before I'm back on a stream again. I'll keep posting on Instagram if people follow me on there. But otherwise, YouTube content might take a bit of a dip again, just because I won't be able to actually set up and make videos. So I'll see what I can. But Aaron has said that my YouTube content creation is high priority. So I think it's because I'm very close to getting monetized. He's just like, come on. And I'm like, I just want to make the Lego room first and then like tell everyone about it after. But I'll keep everyone posted.
Okay, brilliant. Excellent. I guess that's it. And I think Jake Eric, why do you do that to yourself? Text saying great stream, appreciate that. And he's obsessed there too. And otherwise, I think we're all good. And thanks very much for everyone out there and the replay gang. Just leave a comment and things like that and give you a shout out next time. Otherwise, we will see you next time. Bye.
Take care, everybody.
See you later.
Bye.
Mr. Bigger, give me a super duper.
See ya. Good afternoon, good evening, and good night.